Hello, Ducks fans, and welcome back to another episode of the Quack Report. We have a couple comments already, which is awesome. Emiodge at 5:30 local time, so
4:30
4:30 Pacific time, saying I'll be waiting, and Ali on the ball. 1 minute after we started with you're late. Come on. What do you expect? Come on.
I expect nothing less out of Ali, personally.
Well, yeah. I expect nothing more out of us and nothing less out of Ali. That's
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh man, 257 episodes and we still can't start on time.
Nope. Never. Yeah. And after what's it been? Three months since the last one? When did the season end? It was
April.
So May, June. So 3 months. I guess April was 3 months ago.
Yep.
Probably pretty much to the day shortly after. Yeah, because I guess season would have been like mid.
Yeah, pretty close. I'd say. Yeah.
So yeah, after 3 months, we're back. That's all I had. Yeah.
Good to be back.
Yeah. So obviously for those of you guys that watch us on YouTube, which if you're not watching us on YouTube and you're just listening, go check us out on YouTube, because Nate has been getting his tan on over the last 3 months. He's going full Bobby Margarita, just sitting on the beach, sipping Bobby Margaritas.
I can't say beach tan necessarily, because I got a pretty good farmer's tan going, to say the least.
Yeah.
But you definitely don't want to see my legs. It'll blind everybody, honestly.
Oh, okay.
I
was going to say, I kind of do, and I'm sure other people do too. But.
No, this week is the first week that I've started to wear shorts for work, because it has been getting pretty hot here, and I'm like, I can't do this in dress pants or jeans anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like, am I good to wear shorts? And they're like, yeah, go for it.
Fair enough. We went camping, me and you, with a few friends on the weekend, and I wore sunscreen most of the weekend except Sunday morning during breakfast, and I crisped my whole self. Roasted the front of my arms, my shins were burnt, because I just always wear pants, except I wore shorts this weekend because it was freaking hot.
Yeah, actually, I can't even say that my legs are white when I saw yours. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, no, they haven't seen the light of day in, well, not this year anyways, that's for sure. So
they are whiter than a blonde girl with a Starbucks cup, with the Starbucks order and a Yorkie in her hand.
I'm surprised you didn't say Barbie, because that's topical these days.
Barbie's a badass white girl, though.
Yeah, but I was just going for the hip young reference.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Ali said this when you rolled up your sleeve. Oh God, I'm blinded. Yeah, just wait. Oh, wrong way. Yeah, look at that. It's because it's dark in here, but you can imagine. Yeah.
I'm not lifting my leg.
That's fair. Yeah. We'll save that for the after show, which doesn't exist. Also, Ali says, gotta bust out the Zegras Hoochie Daddy shorts.
Okay, maybe I am apparently busting out, because I am wearing them right now.
Are you actually?
Let's go!
Oh, yeah, that's it. little taste for everybody.
Someone's gonna screen grab that and be like, what the fuck is this guy doing on air?
Yeah. We got Kevin joining in the chat saying, sorry, babe, sleeves stay on during the tanning session. Oh, I love it.
I have to stay true to my emo core.
Yeah.
The Sleeping with Sirens shirt stays on during tanning season.
Get a beanie tan going too.
Yeah, exactly. No, I get the snapback tan going. That's what I get.
Yeah. Last year I was going off the emo thing.
Fair enough. I guess snapback's more of the pop punk, I guess. I gotta keep the pop. Okay, how about that? I gotta keep the pop punk shirt stuff going during tanning season. The Blink-182 shirt doesn't come off during tanning season. How about that?
Yeah.
Last year I did actually have I did even it out a little bit, luckily, but I did have a snapback tan. It was not great.
Yeah. That's how you got to go outside without a hat once in a while. Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know about you, but all of my hats fit slightly differently too. So even if I did
it's not
that, it would be, yeah. And I mean, it's mostly the hat too. So, but it's, if you did that, you would just have a, half of it sticking out of the top or bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would be awful. It's different than a sock tan where, you can generally just cover up the sock tan with a sock, but
yeah, or pants or
pants or whatever, or t-shirts generally are kind of the same, but like
ankle weights.
Ankle weights.
Yeah. Just like you just really feeling the Yarmer Yager vibes that day, and you're just like, I'm just gonna wear ankle weights today.
Like, okay, wearing ankle weights is fine, but wearing them so much that you have an ankle weight tan, I think that's a bit of a problem.
I would not be surprised if Yarmer Yager has a ankle weight tan.
I mean, maybe.
That would not surprise me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. But anyone but Yager would be kind of weird, I feel.
Yeah, but like especially when he was playing in Florida.
Oh yeah. Think. Oh, absolutely.
You would think.
I don't know. He gives me the vibe where he would just like run in like downtown Florida in like nothing but like his boxers.
I mean,
no short, no pants, no shoes, nothing. Just, you know, leaving nothing to the imagination. Like I could see Yager doing that.
Yeah, I could see that too. Honestly, there's so much stuff that I could see Yager doing just because it's Yarmer Yager.
Yeah. Yeah. The other comments.
Chat's going off. I like it.
It's good. It's good. Ali says whiter than a hockey.
There you go. There you go.
That's a good one. That's
what I was trying to get to.
Yeah. We're out of practice. Ali's on top of it though, which is good. JJ Rose jumping in here saying, LOL, as a fellow pale person, I can relate.
Like this summer is really odd actually, because for once I'm actually more tan than my fiance. It never happens. Like she's always the tan one.
Yeah. I mean, you're outside a lot for work and
lately I have been, which is surprising considering my job is a bit more of an office job, but I've still been out in the sun like enough during it. Yeah.
Yeah. So also, we're going to circle back to something you said there, but first I want to power through these last few comments because this last one's a beauty. Emioj G coming back in saying, hope you all are doing well. Hope you're doing well too. Thank you for sticking around. And Springfield says, late, but wanted to say hi. Love you guys. We love you too, Springfield.
Kevin.
We're also late. And here's Kevin's.
No.
Alex Galchenyuk has an ankle monitor tag.
Oh, dude.
I think that's hilarious. That's a great joke. The trumpets were for Galchenyuk in memoriam. Oh God, roasted him. Jeez, that's good. That's good.
Oh, dude.
If anyone wants to hear more on that, go check out the Sporty with Corey and Richie show, or just search Alex Galchenyuk, and we don't have to talk too much about that. I don't think, but it's quite the time.
Yeah, he put out 3 different letters as well yesterday. Like a more general one specifically to the Coyotes and their fans, and another one to the Scottsdale Police Department itself. Actually, they were, in my view, very sincere apologies, and I do hope the best for that guy. So
yeah, and he checked himself into the player assistance program too, so he's recognized that there's something going on, and he's getting the help he needs. So that's all good, and makes me feel kind of shitty for joking about it now, but it is still kind of funny. Well, Kevin's comment is funny, and he's getting the help he needs, so maybe that's why we can joke about it. I guess.
Let's go off about joking about Galchenyuk, because that's it's. Can we talk for a second, because it has been since April that we have had an episode.
Yes,
and a lot has gone on. No, I want to touch on this before we touch on what you want to touch on.
Okay.
Because this was like such a massive thing for me, especially because it was kind of fun. It was like that younger part of me that became an expert in something suddenly was able to come back and go like, oh, I know exactly what's going on, like probably here and here kind of thing. The billionaire deciding to go down to the Titanic and then like the submarine. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Anybody else in the comments, like, were you following that? Like, that shit was wild.
Oh, I think everybody was. Yeah.
So anyway, so what I was saying, like, about like me, like little kid as an expert kind of thing, I was fascinated by the Titanic as a kid, and like it used to be that I could tell you like the exact amount of like potatoes that they brought onto the ship. Like it was a little nuts how into it I was.
Okay, well, don't leave us hanging. How many potatoes did they bring onto the ship?
I said I used to be able to tell you. I can't remember that now.
What? I feel like that's something that's got to stick with you forever.
No,
and if you bring it up, you got to say, I'm disappointed.
But I was able to describe, because they were talking about two different things that were potentially going on, right? There was either hey, they're stuck, and yes, there you go. Many jokes were made for sure about the submarine story. There was like okay, like they're stuck, and here's how much oxygen they have left. And then the other possibility was, okay, they, depending on what depth they got to, they imploded, which is actually what happened. But it was funny because I like researched the Titanic so much and kind of like figured out about like water pressure and that kind of thing at like, especially at like the area that the Titanic's at. And I was just like, yeah, if they imploded, like that was like on day one. And sure enough, that's what actually happened. But like being able to describe to friends, like just the really gruesome, I guess, but very, very quick death that everybody had. So, but like, so I mean, and let me say this really quick. I feel bad for the other 4 people that were on that sub, for the billionaire, and I think this is where everyone was like really making the jokes about it.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Come on, have you not been watching, Ali? Of course, I'm a huge
nerds here. Huge nerds.
Exactly. But like the billionaire that just avoided, all the warnings and that kind of thing, and then getting himself killed. Like, yeah, no, everyone's making jokes about that because this is, like, way to go. I said it's the ultimate. It's the deepest version of fuck around and find out.
Deepest. literally deepest.
I think my favorite part to come out of it though was that someone made a song that was from like the perspective of the stepson that went to the Blink-182 show while all this was going on. Exactly.
That Ali's talking about. Yeah.
And someone made like a full-on song about it, and it was fantastic. Like, it has become my summer jam. It's great. I'll double check who the artist here is, and I'll give him a quick plug.
Yeah.
Because
full disclaimer, obviously super tragic, just horrible thing. But
for the 4 other people, I don't.
Hey, I'm just covering our asses here.
So it's Sync 182 is who the artist is. Ultra Gabe is
that's good.
Come on it, and it's called My Dumb Stepdad, subtitled Submarine. Please go listen
by Sync 182. Hilarious.
Yeah, please go listen to it. It is one of the best things ever to come out of this year, and I think this entire situation with the submarine.
Yeah. We have a few more comments here. We got Way saying, hello, we'll miss you all so much. Thanks for so many great episodes. JJ saying, yes, exactly. It was absolutely the best fuck around and find out moment this year so far. Kevin saying, I gasped when I saw a guy try to look for them in the GTA 5 submarine on TikTok Live. Oh, that's good. That's good.
I forgot about that. Holy shit.
Shark City Hockey saying, hey, just surfacing from the depths of... Wow, I need to start this over. Hey, just surfacing from the depths of the Pacific to wish you guys the best of duck. Hey, nice. And to say, I hope your Carlson is more consistent than ours. Nice.
Oh, you guys might not have a Carlson for much longer.
We'll see. So. And Ali here also saying, why bother holding back? What are they going to do? Cancel your show? Ooh, ouch.
That's good. No. The worst thing that they would do is cancel us individually. We don't end with the submarine here going down.
Yeah.
we're escaping it.
Yeah.
But yes, those of you in the chat as well, if you have any memories or that of the show, throw them in the chat, and we'll be pulling them up later when we do like a walk down memory lane kind of thing. So any of your favorite moments of the show, please share them in the chat there.
I guess we should say too, just in case somebody doesn't follow us on social media and they're just tuning in like all excited and, young and naive, being like, oh yay, Quack Report's finally back. And
one night only.
Yeah, and didn't bother, reading the title or didn't think about the title. This will be the last episode of the Quack Report where we took 3 months off, took some time to reflect, and decided that, we just couldn't give everything that we wanted to the show, just, with life and everything going on. So, but we obviously want to give, one final episode, one final hurrah send off before we do it, both for us and for you guys. We didn't just want to be like, ghost you. That's rude. Whether it's a Tinder date that you only started talking to an hour and a half ago, or a podcast that you started listening to 4 years ago, ghosting is not cool.
No, it's not fun.
Yeah. Be an adult. Just step up. So
exactly. And I will say as well, just because the show is ending doesn't mean that we're necessarily done with THPN. We do still have different things going on in the network. I'm sure you'll see Carter and I popping up for watch parties on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel and stuff like that. So you're not getting rid of us that easy.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly. One thing I wanted to bring up, and then we'll actually get into the meat and potatoes of the podcast. But we got a lot of catching up to do. So not me and you. We've talked obviously, but for everybody else, we also got Andrew jumping in saying, "Hey guys, how you doing?" Good, Andrew. Nice to have you stop in. You said something a little earlier. Well, first of all, we were talking about the Blink-182 concert, and then you just kind of glossed over a very specific word that eagle-eared listeners may have picked up on or may not have, depending on how close they follow us. So, you know where I'm going with this?
Blink-182, like the T-shirt, like when I was tanning.
Yes, that sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we've talked about Blink-182 about 3 times since we started, I feel, which is wild. But
I can't talk about Blink-182 enough.
Yes, nobody can really. But for those of you that might have been listening very, very closely, they might have picked up on this already, but some people may not have. But I just wanted to bring attention to the word that you used, the F word.
Fuck?
The other F word.
Nope, you lost me. I thought it. Nope. Yeah, I got nothing.
No? Maybe
I don't know what you talked about.
Fiance.
Oh yeah, I guess I did use that word, right?
You did. Yeah. Come on, let's see it. Let's see that left ring finger.
Hell
yeah. Married to your guitar. Or engaged.
Got bit by a cable.
Yeah. So Nate, congratulations on getting engaged. I hope this doesn't come across as rude, and I know you won't think it, but I did not think out of like all of our friends that you would be the first.
To be fair, I didn't either.
Yeah. No, I knew you wouldn't take it personally. So, but it's just, it's wild. But congratulations. It was very cute. What the Blink-182 concert has to do with this is you propose at the Blink-182. Why am I telling the story? You tell the story. This is your shit.
You got the third person perspective on it. The entire time I was just shitting myself because of 2 different reasons. One, I'm seeing Blink-182 right in front of me. There's Mark, Tom, and Travis. And the other part is I have a ring in my pocket that I'm giving near the end of the show. So the rest of it's kind of a blur for me. I'm glad I took videos, and I'm glad you took video as well.
Oh yeah.
But it was during the song First Date by Blink when we were at the show. During the instrumental there, I proposed to my girlfriend, and she luckily said yes after saying, "Are you being fucking serious right now?" Which is great because you can see it in the video clip as well.
Yeah.
So got engaged at the Blink-182 show. So thank you to Mark Hoppus, Travis Barker, and Tom DeLong for making it all the way up to Calgary to put on a show for my engagement. So yeah,
really setting the mood,
Exactly. But so I did an adult thing. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah. You got engaged to a girl at a rock show. So congrats.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's I was gonna say a deep cut reference, but it's just a reference for all the Blink fans out there.
Fell in love with a girl at the rock show.
I adapted it, personalized it, if you will. You're welcome.
She did say what?
Yeah.
But I told her that no.
Yeah. You got lots of congratses and some let's goes in there as well. And Andrew saying his best friend just got married 1 month ago.
Hey, congrats to your friend.
Congrats. I am anxiously anticipating my proposal as well. from you whenever you get around to it. No rush or anything. Whenever.
I've proposed to you lots of times, and you keep turning me down.
I'm not talking about marriage. I'm talking about the other one.
Oh, wait, no. Maybe I'm going too far in the gutter here.
Maybe, yeah. The best man proposal. Come on.
I mean, I kind of gave it to you in a way when I gave you the ring to sneak into the venue.
Yeah, but I didn't get to keep it.
Well, no, but I told you that this is your best man test. So, and you passed.
That's cool. Yeah. I still expect you to take me for dinner and, give me something.
Yeah, take you to dinner first, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Or whatever. I mean,
I can be a gentleman sometimes.
If you'll have me, that is. I shouldn't expect that. Yeah, I don't know. Is that life things out of the way and general BS? I think so.
I think for the most part.
I think so. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay. Shall we get into the hockey news?
Let's do it.
Okay. Oh, okay. I got to bring up Allie's comment here. She says, you need to get down on one knee for Carter too. And then, or both knees. I don't know your friendship. I think by that comment, I think that shows that you do, probably. So
that's perfect. Because like before you said, and then followed by, I was about to go, I get on both knees.
Yeah. No, she knows. She knows. There's only one kind of ring I want. We're going to cut this part out. Yeah. On to the news. Okay. Yeah, we took a break, I guess, at the end of the season. So, we had a whole Stanley Cup playoffs in there, a whole 4 rounds. And I don't know. I guess the first point you have is the winner. Do we start there or do we kind of bury the lead here and go chronological order?
I'll be honest, for this outline, like I do have it kind of broken up, but it's going to be more of like, okay, let's read it off. And if there's something that we want to hit like a little bit more, go for it kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So I just grabbed kind of, some of the big things, I guess, that kind of wrap up the playoffs a little bit. The Golden Knights winning their first ever Stanley Cup in year 6 of the franchise.
It feels obligatory, but
yeah. As promised or predicted, I guess, by Vegas Golden Knights owner Bill Foley, which is still wild.
Yeah, that's mind-blowing. That there's balls to say that and then actually do it, man.
There is a great interview with Bill Foley done by Elliot Friedman and Jeff Merrick on the 32 Thoughts podcast. Go check that out because they do ask him about that actually, and like his whole feelings on everything and whatnot. That kind of with that. This is just a little salt in the wound for you, Carter, maybe. Yeah. Jack Eichel, Vegas Golden Knights legend Jack Eichel, in his first year of playoff experience, leads the playoffs with 26 points in 22 games and wins the Stanley Cup before Connor McDavid.
I mean,
it's a team sport. It's a team sport. Seattle knocked off the defending champs, the Colorado Avalanche, in round 1 in a best
which was nuts.
7 games. Yeah, that was pretty wild.
Hold up, I just got to say that a big energy move.
There you go.
Yeah, gotta throw that in there.
Yep. Edmonton beat the LA Kings. Little deja vu there.
Fuck the Kings.
Yeah, and then losing to Vegas in the second round. Honestly, that series though of Vegas and Edmonton, whoever came out of that one was like taking the West at least.
Oh, for sure. And honestly, probably would have
taken the cup. Yeah.
Yeah, most likely. Yeah. I mean, obviously hard to say, but they either way would have been the favorites, whoever won that series. Like that was just a power series. So
yeah, exactly.
I do take a little bit of like solace though, in that Edmonton lost to the defending Stanley Cup champs like for the last 2 years. So like in a way, it's kind of like, okay, they were like kind of almost the second best team in a way, at least in the West, even though like technically not, because they lost out in round 2. So who did Vegas play? Was it Dallas?
Like
in the conference finals?
Yeah.
It was Dallas?
Yeah, it was
Dallas.
Conference
finals? Yeah. So like, I mean, technically Dallas would have been the second best in the West, but I don't know. I still feel like it was Edmonton. So
yeah. Sorry, I was just making sure that this idea that I had holds true. Because you said Edmonton lost to the Stanley Cup winner the past 2 years, right?
Yeah, Colorado and Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let me double check because you don't want to get into Toronto territory where
Now we can still win in the first round. We're fine.
yeah. So let's just talk about this for a quick second. I'm not trying to just jab at the Leafs. It is just kind of unfortunate.
It's just kind of there. Yeah.
Yeah. So this year, Toronto losing to Florida, they make it to the Cup Finals. Last season, losing to Tampa, Tampa makes it to the Cup Finals. The
thing is, though, they didn't win the Cup; they just made it to the finals.
Yeah, just made it to the finals.
Yeah. It's different.
The 2020-2021 season, the bubble season, lost to the Canadiens, made the first round. So that's 3 straight years of losing to the team that made the Cup final.
Yeah.
Which that's
impressive too, honestly.
So I mean, I guess personally, I'm hoping for that to happen to Edmonton.
I mean, I'm sure you are.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There's one team in particular I hope it's 2, but
yeah. We do have
I guess, yeah.
a question from Andrew here as well. Are you happy for Vegas to win the Cup? Quick answer, yes, no.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
You are? Okay. Yeah. I wouldn't say I'm happy, but I'm not necessarily on the fuck Vegas train. I mean, more so, I guess, on that than being happy for them. I'm more just kind of don't care. You know?
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I get
it. Yeah, I don't I guess with other teams like Tampa and Colorado, just to name the recent ones, I was okay, I'm happy for Stamkos and Vasilevsky and McKinnon and Landeskog, those guys. I was happy for them individually, but there isn't really any players on Vegas where I'm oh yeah, good for them. Glad they finally got a cup. I'm just
yeah,
whatever. I kind of don't care. I don't care about the team. I don't care about any of the players. And the same thing with Florida too. I was kind of whatever, you know.
That's fair. There were a few players that I was happy for Vegas. You know, the last 6, I guess, original misfits.
Yeah, I guess there's that. Yeah,
getting a cup. Jack Eichel getting one. Just kind of I feel like that's just the cherry on top for everything that he's dealt with, in Buffalo and the surgery and how long it took to get a trade and all that kind of stuff, right? Just to get a surgery that is going very well post-surgery, right?
Yeah, right.
And changing so much, I think, for the players in the NHL in the future when it comes to similar injuries.
Yeah.
And yeah, Mark Stone as well. Who's kind of a cast off after the implosion, I guess, of the Ottawa Senators after 2017.
Yeah.
And yeah, so there's a few guys that I'm kind of happy for. Part of me did want Florida to take it though, for Matthew Tkachuk. I am still a diehard Matthew Tkachuk fan.
Yeah.
And for me, it just would have been a little bit of a laugh at the Calgary Flames. Not gonna lie. So
fair enough.
Yeah.
Some other people in the chat here. Ali says, no, Vegas sucks. True hockey villain. Kevin said, don't fuck with the Pacific.
True.
JJ, hell yeah, fuck the Kings forever. Oh yeah.
There we go. Yeah, we can all agree on that one.
Yeah. I think that's oh yeah, and MEOSG saying I'm okay with Vegas winning. Rather they win than the team with the biggest bandwagon.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Good point. So
yeah. What else do we have here? Oh yeah, another big story, I guess, in the East, the Bruins, who set NHL records for regular seasons.
Yeah, that was a big one for sure.
Getting booted in the first round by Florida in 7 games, who were the last wild card team, in the entire league. I think it was the Calgary Flames and maybe another team that in league standings had more points, but didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like Florida just squeaked in, all thanks to the Chicago Blackhawks beating the Pittsburgh Penguins.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if Pittsburgh wins that game, we're talking about so many different things. We might be talking about Connor Bedard on the Anaheim Ducks potentially. We're talking about the Pittsburgh Penguins continuing their streak of playoffs appearances and stuff like that, right? Like there's so much. Like that is I was going through like old clips and we did like a what if segment for like the Anaheim Ducks or different things and whatnot. That is the ultimate what if, I think, is what if the Pittsburgh Penguins won that game. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Like how much different would what we're talking about today be?
I saw a video on YouTube and I can't remember who it's by and it'll take me way too long to find. But it was I'll see if I can find it when you're doing the ad break because I do want to shout it out because it was fascinating. But somebody literally did a video about this.
Okay.
And like, and basically said like we have to look back on this in 10 years after, you know, Bedard's been around for a while and like we've kind of seen the full effects of it. But like that could literally be like hockey altering, like timeline altering shit for for that whole moment.
Yeah,
like, it's actually nuts.
That one game is like that's a canon moment.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Or not canon moment. Canon event. There you go.
Yeah, Nexus event, is that what they call it, or something? In Loki.
In Loki, it's a Nexus event. In Spider-Verse, they call it a canon event.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, so you were going for that? Yeah.
I think one other. There's something else like Marvel related that call it something else too. I forget.
Oh, okay.
So, but they're all basically talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else do we have here? The Leafs actually won a round for once.
A single one, yeah.
A single round to also then get booted out by Florida.
Yeah. Hilarious.
Carolina
were they swept? But no, I guess it was 5 games.
Yeah, 5 games.
The gentleman's sweep.
Carolina Hurricanes looked great until the conference finals where they got swept, which it's so rare to see a sweep outside of the first round, I would say, but let alone in the conference finals. That's also by Florida.
Yep.
Matthew Tkachuk and Sergei Bobrovsky took that Panthers team on their back.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like as soon as like you're going into game 5 of the Stanley Cup final, right?
Yeah.
And like, yes, Vegas has Florida on the brink, but Tkachuk is out that game. And the final game is a 9-3 win for Vegas.
Yeah, right. Like that says a lot. Yeah.
How important Matthew Tkachuk was to that team.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
So
yeah.
I don't know if there's anything else in there in particular or something that I missed, I guess, that you want to hit on for the playoffs.
I don't think so. I think that was kind of the main points. I did a little bit of digging, just going back to them, Vegas, that is, winning in the 6th year of their existence.
Yeah.
First of all, true or false? Question for you.
All right.
And for the chat, this is the earliest that a team has won the Stanley Cup, or the fastest, I guess, in their whole existence, aside from the original 6 teams. So I guess the fastest expansion team. True or false?
Oh, is Vegas?
Is Vegas the fastest? Yeah.
I'm going to say yes. I believe it's yes.
Okay. The answer is actually false.
Wait. Okay.
So take a guess.
Philly.
No. Okay. Disclosure. This is from a Hockey News article from 2018. So it doesn't have some of the more recent Cup winners, but they're
yeah, it doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah.
Wait, you say 2018? Okay. What month in 2018 does it say?
May. So it doesn't have Washington.
Doesn't have Washington, but they were almost at 50 years or were at 50 years.
Exactly. Yeah. And then after that, it's been teams that have won before. So
and you had St. Louis, back-to-back Tampa, Colorado, and
Philly's first season was 67-68, and they won the Cup in 74. So that was their 7th season. Or no, 60s.
Oh, 60s. Okay.
I guess it would have been the 90 or the 73-74 season. So. Oh yeah, so I guess 7. Yeah, their 7th season.
7 years. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so not Philly. Oh
no.
I know I saw a thing about this and I'm blanking right now. Okay. Who was it?
First of all, this isn't the answer, but I just wanted to shout it out because Ducks podcast. Ducks, it took 14 seasons or 14 years, I guess. 93, 94 was the first, and then Cup in 2007. But I guess, with the lockout in there, technically would have been, was there 2 lockouts? No, just the one, right?
Yeah. Well, I guess there was like a half season lockout in 94.
They still awarded a Stanley Cup though. So.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess
we've only had the 1 year of like a full lockout, no cup awarded.
Yeah. So I guess 13 seasons, 14 years. But So the fastest was actually, drum roll. Last chance for a guess.
No idea.
The Edmonton Oilers.
That doesn't. No, fuck that. Fuck that. I'm calling.
That's what it says.
I'm calling it technical. I'm calling it technical.
What?
The WHA days. The Oilers played in the WHA.
Yeah, but they didn't win a Stanley Cup. No, and they were an expansion team. So it says 79-80 was their first season, and they won their first cup in 1984. So 5 years.
I'm calling a technicality on that one. I get it. It's technically the NHL and winning a Stanley Cup, but they were a team for years before that.
not an NHL team.
No,
that could have won the Stanley Cup. So yeah. So it was that one.
Yeah.
So so Vegas is close. I mean, 6 years like that. I think that is the second closest. So and then I guess Philly would be at 7. And this is only like, I guess, active teams. It doesn't have like, like the Atlanta Thrashers on here, or like
who I don't think ever even won a playoff series.
Yeah. So just as an example. So it was only like active NHL teams, but I would be surprised if any of the other ones had one faster.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. I got one trivia tidbit for you, and then we can keep going here.
Okay.
In the Stanley Cup Finals, the Florida Panthers had a historic moment happen.
Historic.
For the franchise.
Okay.
What was it?
In the Stanley Cup Finals, they had a historic moment.
Yeah.
What was it? Was it a starting lineup of all original members?
Nope.
I mean, technically, yes, but I don't know if that counts as historic, but that's my guess. Otherwise, I don't know.
The Florida Panthers, and remember, this is Florida's second trip.
Oh, Florida. I was thinking Vegas. Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I was 100% thinking about Vegas. I don't know. You said Florida, so that's on me. Yeah. Okay. No, Florida historic moment. Still got nothing. I have no idea.
So this is the second time that the Florida Panthers have appeared in the Stanley Cup Final this past season.
Yeah.
However, the one game that they won was the first ever Stanley Cup Final win for the Florida Panthers. They were swept by the Colorado Avalanche in 1996.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I did know that and just forgot about it. But no, that's cool. We have some other.
Justin added in the chat there. They actually won a game.
There we go. Yeah, I could have just read the chat, which I'm going to do now before we move on because we've had lots of great engagement and we've been ignoring it. So I apologize.
Not intentionally.
No. Andrew's still asking if I have my long hair, and I do. I did get it cut somewhat recently, so it's a little shorter, but it's still hanging out. He also says, hope Leafs will do good next year. We shall see. Wild has to be in the playoffs. Maybe. We're going real early for the season predictions now. Yeah. Like way too early season predictions.
I would like to see Marc-Andre Fleury lift one more Stanley Cup, but I don't think it's going to happen with the Minnesota Wild.
Never know.
Screen cap that and send it to me when the Minnesota Wild win the Stanley Cup with Marc-Andre
Remember what we said about Vegas? And for anyone that hasn't seen the clip that Nate put together after Vegas won the cup, Fuck, it's hilarious. We were so off. Like our season predictions were like, no way Vegas even makes the playoffs. They're not going to do shit. They're going to have to like go into a rebuild. Blah blah blah. Fucking oh
like,
god, it's a hilarious edit. It's so good.
Like the guy for you and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. So book that now. While you can, because Nate just wrote it into the history books there.
Yeah. I'm going out with a bang here.
Yeah. Ali says, who's taken over THPN Ducks podcast? So it's not technically a takeover because he joined the network kind of at the end of the season. So technically a little brief overlap here. But Tom Perrette. Yeah, just Tom Perrette. He has a podcast called Across the Pond, which joined the network back a few months ago. And so he will be the Ducks podcast on the Hockey Podcast Network that you can check out for all your content. So yeah, go check that out. Tom Perrette, Across the Pond. Go find it on your favorite podcasting platform, and yeah, give it a subscribe. It's going to be good. So
good stuff. Yeah.
We got Dylan jumping in here saying, "Hell of a run, boys! Congrats on what you built with the Quack Report. THPN is going to miss you." Thank you, Dylan.
Thank you very much, Dylan.
A lot. Yeah.
We wouldn't have the show really without Dylan, honestly.
No. Yeah.
Like initially.
Yeah,
so Dylan,
exactly.
Yeah,
we've got to hold that for memory lane, though. We've got segments, and we stick to them religiously on the Quack Report here.
Since fucking when? Episode 1, maybe, and that was it.
Even then, I don't know. I don't even know. But okay. Question from Andrew here. Did you get Tim's? It's a camp day at Tim's today. I did not get it today. But when I got Tim's a couple times over the last week, I made sure to donate because I was like, there's no way I'm going to make it on Wednesday. Yeah. There's no way I'm going. So donated in advance. But did you get Tim's today?
I haven't gotten Tim's, honestly, in like a solid few weeks.
So you hate kids and you don't want them to go to camp.
No, I don't.
That's what I'm hearing.
Kids. I don't hate kids. I just prefer dogs.
Flip that. Flip that. Everything from the don't, just I hate kids. Wait, what did you say?
I said I just prefer dogs.
Oh, I mean, I don't think you have to say you're joking for that. I think that's a fact right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Fuck Chicago. Yep, I can get on that.
Yeah, I definitely agree on that one. You just got rid of Jonathan Toews and Patrick Kane, who just led your team for over a decade, and now it's just oh no, they don't have anybody. Here's Connor Bedard for you. Fuck off. Fuck off.
Emiyosh saying, I'm from LA and got introduced to hockey back in '97, and after that I was in love with the sport. Was taken to the pond and became a fan of the Ducks.
Nice.
Nice.
I actually got a great photograph from my dad sent to me today. My parents are currently in Anaheim, and they decided on a whim to go take in the Angels versus the Yankees. And my dad sent me a picture, kind of looking past the the scoreboard there, and there's the Honda Center, right there. So because they are just across the street, right?
Oh yeah.
And what did I say to him there? I said 2 places so close together for Anaheim sports fans to drown in their sorrows.
Yeah, true. Very true. This was a lot of minutes ago. That wasn't a full sentence. This was a lot of minutes ago, but these comments here from Justin and Andrew still. Yeah, just true. Even though that's not what we were talking about at the time. I don't even know. So JJ Rose.
False, I think.
What's that, sorry?
I think that was the true or false.
Oh, yes, probably. That would make sense. JJ Rose saying, I would fully argue that Brandon Montour was also a big part of Florida's push, but I'm also super biased.
Yeah,
I would say so too. Yeah.
Yeah, he was pretty steady there.
The orange colored glasses are on here, but he had some big moments. He stepped up. He had a couple game winning goals, I feel. Well.
I think he did. Yeah.
I don't know. I distinctly remember one blast from the point. It might not have been a game winning goal, but it was maybe an insurance goal or something for them. But
yeah, I think so.
But I do remember him standing out, which was pretty good. So
yeah.
Ali says, time for a mullet, Carter. Maybe. Once the 80s trends start coming back around. So.
Oh, dude, trust me, they have to a point.
Yeah. Okay. The 80s hair trends.
We're past it, and we're into the 90s again.
Which is great because then I can just put on all my clothes.
Exactly.
I used to wear. I mean, I did not the same ones I wore in the 90s because I was literally an infant. But when I wore 90s clothes in the 2000s,
Yeah,
I can wear those again.
exactly. My boss and I kid you not, my boss and I think it was a couple weeks ago, we're joking that we were just continuing to wear our skinny jeans because eventually they will come back into fashion.
Yeah. Yeah. Nick Floor here saying
Nick.
putting $100 on the Wild to win the cup now. Hey, speaking of Nick, because I remember you guys were talking about this on Twitter. Are you doing your
I said only if
specific
Nick,
thing?
I said only if Nick could come on, and it's 100% my fault. I let him know to short notice kind of thing.
That sounds like an excuse, Nick.
Okay, how about
you have time to comment, you have time to jump on the chat. I don't know.
How about this? No. He's got other stuff going on at the house. Okay. We talked already. It's all good. But how about this? I will start it off, post a video on Twitter that at some point here of me eating the whole thing was supposed to be I was supposed to eat a Miracle Whip sandwich, like I did on my one appearance on the San Jose Sharks podcast. Why am I blanking on it right now? There's been a few Sharks shows, so I guess comes in the network too. Yeah, so on that show though, they had a segment called Nick Tries It. And it was him trying like all these disgusting foods and that kind of thing. And I put in, hey, you should have, just like Miracle Whip on bread. There's on white bread. And that was surprisingly, out of everything that guy had, that was the thing that nearly made him throw up.
Yeah.
Out of everything.
Yeah. Seemingly harmless, but I mean, in a way it is kind of gross. I mean, yeah. I do love me some mayo and white bread, but it's yeah, no, it is a lot. So.
It's a Canadian thing.
Yeah.
Okay, it's definitely not. As far as I know.
Kevin says, fuck the lottery numbers, give me the opposite of Nate's takes. Good plan.
Yeah, exactly. The Anaheim Ducks will win the Stanley Cup next year.
There. Speaking of just Canadian things, Ali asks Camp Day. It's just like a Tim Hortons fundraiser, so all like the proceeds for like their coffees go to like a camp charity to send kids to camp. That's where it is. It's a big deal in Canada because we love Timmy's anyways. So
yeah. Chris in the chat saying Carter and infant clothes live. Chris knows all about Timmy's though. He said on Twitter that he's missing Timmy's, and that is something that I feel like only someone not from Canada would say at this point. As much as it's very stereotypical for Canadians and Timmy's and that kind of thing, Tim Hortons, especially their coffee, has just gone really downhill. So McDonald's actually has the old Tim Hortons recipe.
Oh,
so I just prefer, when I can drink coffee, I just get it from there instead now.
Yeah.
So
Ali says Miracle Whip is so nasty. You guys never tried elote. WTF. That's true. We never did.
Maybe that'll have to be a bonus, like just on social media or something like
that. She also thankfully put the pronunciation down here in case we forgot. But I did remember. Nick says elote is love. Elote is life. And Chris here saying, I was in Buffalo for a week. I had it every day. I like the coffee.
Oh, they had it in Buffalo? Oh shit.
Huh. Interesting.
Well, I guess there are I think there's 2 or 3 Tim Hortons in the States as a whole, and they're all in New York State.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Okay. Moving on to the hockey news stuff some more. We're going to talk about the draft, which is obviously a couple weeks ago at this point, but Ducks selected 2nd overall, which
fuck Chicago.
I guess we never did talk about that because we didn't have an episode during the lottery, but that was shitty that the Ducks dropped from 1st down to 2nd.
Yeah. And Kevin Weeks also spoiling that Columbus was going to pick 3rd before the commercial break that revealed the top 3 picks.
The NHL, all they have to do is just prove to the world that they don't rig the draft.
Right?
And somehow every single year they find a new way to convince conspiracy theorists that the draft is rigged. It's hilarious. It's just don't fuck up one time. That's all you have to do.
The draft lottery hilarious. For a half-hour show is already so boring and dry as hell. Just give me the boring thing that's actually more exciting and actually show me the fucking lottery balls, please.
Hell yeah. I want to see some ping pong balls with numbers get sucked through a tube. That's why I would tune in, honestly.
Oh, it was the Lafreniere draft. They actually did show it, and that was actually like great to watch because remember that everybody was even like dissecting because I think it was
it was Toronto's, wasn't
it?
It
was Toronto that like seemed like there was just like a slight bit more weight to it. Otherwise, it would have gone up. Like it created a whole other thing. But that's a lot more like that's
you're like
a better conspiracy theory overall than just the NHL just chooses what the order is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
I would rather talk about the conspiracy theory that they're actually like waiting balls.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding. Like that's way more fun. More fun.
But this is the NHL, people. No fucking fun allowed.
Justin saying it's rigged until the Flames win the draft lottery, in my opinion. Fair point.
And still have not in 40 plus years.
Yeah.
Neither have the Anaheim Ducks actually in their now 30 years coming up this season.
Yeah. Kevin saying love our Ducks logo being upside down upon reveal.
Oh yeah, that's meme for the rest of the season. Honestly.
Yeah. It's just so fitting too that like that's the one that's upside down. It's like we can't even like bother to like get this one right. It's just like
exactly. It's like there's a team that was just like actually bad because they're rebuilding. And then there was a team that intentionally stripped it all down and had like decent players that could still be competitive and just stripped it bare bones and still weren't even the last place team because they were still better than the team that actually just sucked.
Yeah.
And still took it.
Yeah.
Oh, getting another franchise player. Jesus Christ.
Yep. But you know, second overall, still not bad. We still,
I think so good. Yeah.
I think we still got a great player in who we chose, which was Leo Carlsson, a centerman from Sweden.
Yes.
So yeah, and I mean, you know, he was projected to be a higher pick. I don't know if he was necessarily like the consensus second overall pick. I don't even know if I saw anybody really have him at second until leading up to it when it was kind of rumored that he would be second just because they thought Pat Verbeek would take him. But like nobody on their rankings before the lottery, I think, had Leo Carlsson at second.
Yeah, it was kind of flip-flopping. It depended on whose ranking you're kind of looking at, I think. It was Fantilli Carlsson at 2-3, or it was Carlsson Fantilli. So that was very, very flip-floppy, which was kind of fun to see at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So as much as, you know, if I were in Verbeek's shoes, I would have picked Fantilli personally, but Carlsson is, you know, very much a Pat Verbeek guy, I think. And but you know, like even like seeing clips of him playing and that kind of thing, he is going to be a very promising player for the Anaheim Ducks, I think.
For sure.
And is going to be like a long time centerpiece. Not just his position, but like a literal centerpiece of the franchise for years to come, I think.
Yeah. And I think I'll like Fantilli would have been as well, but you know, both of those guys I think are I think I don't want to say they're equal, but like they would be, you know, pretty on par like throughout their careers. I would imagine like they seem like very similar in their like their ceiling, I guess.
Yeah, there's two guys that I saw Carlsson compared to, just in terms of like their play style and that kind of thing. Because Carlson's not the flashiest guy compared to Fantilli.
Yeah.
But he's just a guy that he can like he moves a lot faster than it looks like he's moving, right? So he does still have speed, but he's also got like a great shot and that kind of thing. I saw the comparisons between Alexander Barkov of the Florida Panthers.
I'll take that. Hell yeah.
And Austin Matthews of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Just of like they are these bigger centermen.
Yeah. Not necessarily like power forward, but just, you know, bigger centermen. Yeah. Like a mix between a sniper and a power forward.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. So, I have seen a lot of Carlsson's shot being compared to Matthews, and that it's like just like the release of it, and that it's like very deceptive.
Yeah.
In that way. So I think.
Which is awesome when he's scoring.
Oh, yeah. No. God, could you imagine? You give the Ducks a 50, potentially 60 goal scorer.
That'd be nice.
Put it like. Like you put him on a line with like Terry or Zegras or McTavish or any combination of those two. Like, there's no way that guy doesn't score 50 within like the next few years. Like it's, yeah,
exactly.
So,
yeah, and I mean, we're talking about Carlsson being big. Like the guy is ready for the NHL already at 6'3", 198 pounds, according to Elite Prospects.
Yeah, that's good.
That is
real
some
good
body already. So
yeah, like dude's probably gonna peak at like 220, 230, which is like pretty massive.
a hefty dude, yeah.
Yeah, like he's gonna hit you and it's not gonna feel
Like
good at all.
He's 6'3", 200 pounds at 18 years old.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. JJ Rose here saying, it's like I said on Twitter, Ducks are rebuilding their Swede quota. Absolutely. Like, is it the Anaheim Ducks if they don't just have an insane amount of Swedish players?
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah, and Karlsson is officially inked, as well as last Wednesday he signed his 3-year ELC at $950,000 per year. So there you go. The Ducks are set with Leo Karlsson there. So
for 3 years, yeah.
For 3 years, yeah.
Potentially 4, I guess. It depends on if he plays. Which that's a question. Does Leo Karlsson play this season, or do you give him a extra season either in Sweden or in the AHL to just kind of develop, and then you can slide his ELC into, I guess he'd be 22?
I say he plays.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see why not.
It's hard to look at this roster and think like who they have would really force the club to push him out.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
or who would really force that, like, hey, we're going to push the number 2 overall this year in a really deep draft out kind of thing, right? Like,
yeah,
outside of a Zegras or a McTavish.
I guess a better way to phrase this question is like, would it be better for his development to play like top minutes either in the AHL or in Sweden, as opposed to like, he won't be playing probably bottom 6 minutes, but like, I'd say like more challenging minutes in like a less flourishing role in the NHL. Because like, obviously he's not going to just be like lighting up top competition. I wouldn't expect anyways. Like, he's going to make mistakes, and like, he's, only 18, like 6'3", 198 is still big, but it's like for the NHL, it's like still kind of not like small, but like he's probably going to get pushed around a lot, and like he's probably not quite as used to NHL hockey because he's playing against guys more his own age now.
So, NHL hockey, maybe not, but playing against adults though, he was playing like he wasn't playing against junior guys, like he was playing against adults.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of torn if like. And it would be better to play him in like, I guess like easier competition, just to like, help to build up some of, like, still obviously bring him to camp and then like have him be part of like the roster and like call him up for training or whatever when you can. Maybe get him in some games at the end of the season. So like, I'm torn if that's the best approach, or if, you just like put him in kind of regardless. Like, I think he'll still come to camp and have a good strong camp and like make a case to put him on the team. But like, I'm just not sure like which one would be better. It's kind of tough to say.
I think if Karlsson truly shows the organization that he's not ready this year to make the jump, sure, then you do it. But otherwise, like, even if it's just like a little thing kind of here or there, I think he's in your lineup, considering the rest of your roster as well.
Mm. So okay, I guess this is maybe what I was trying to ask is like, because the Ducks obviously don't have the best roster. That's no secret.
Nope.
Like, even if we add a couple more guys, it's like there's still holes and there's still room for Karlsson, I think, regardless. So do you give Karlsson a spot in the NHL just because we have a spot? Or like that's kind of where I'm, I guess, struggling. Like, do you want him to just, we don't have anyone better, so might as well put this guy in and just see what he does. If he crashes and burns, oops, oh well, this season was going to be awful anyways because we don't have guys on.
As much as over the last 4 years we have kind of bashed on aspects of the Anaheim Ducks. This is not the early 2010s Edmonton Oilers, so they are going to handle Karlsson, I think, a little bit better than.
But is throwing him into an NHL spot as a top pick when he's not ready, just because we just need somebody and we need him to, help take this team up? Like, is that necessarily the way to go?
I think you can do a third line, like similar to what we saw with McTavish. I don't see any issue with that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, to be seen. I'm just like, I'm always like worried about like draft picks getting into like a role in the NHL like right after like in their first year.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah, just because I'm like very, very, very few times does that actually pan out. Unless you're like a Sidney Crosby, a Connor McDavid, a Connor Bedard, most likely. It's like probably not a great idea.
Yeah.
So yeah. And I mean, I know that Karlsson is probably a first overall pick in any other year that's not a Connor Bedard type year. But like, yeah, I don't know. And just anytime anyone that's not a first overall pick, I guess, gets right into a role, I'm just like,
yeah,
I don't know. Like, I just can't see it going well. So
yeah, no, that's fair. Unless it's like a Taylor or Tyler situation, right? Where like you're juggling who the first overall pick could be.
Yeah, I guess.
But, yeah, no, I do see what you're saying. So, but
yeah.
My prediction at least, so he's probably not going to make it, because do the opposite of what I say. Yeah, I think Karlsson will be on that roster.
Fair.
Like for the season, not just opening night. So
yeah. We got Ronnie saying quack quack quack, just pooping in. Hey,
what's going on, Ronnie?
Inside joke, bringing it back. I love it. Andrew's saying he's so good about Karlsson. And also, so sad you're going. Please stay for another season.
We'll still be around on like watch parties and that kind of thing. So the show itself might be done, but we're not necessarily done with THPN. We'll still be kicking. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Ali says, see how he does in preseason.
Yeah, Ali's being the rational one here, not giving way too early. Hey, does this guy make the roster? Like the guy just got drafted like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, nice level-headed approach.
Yeah, I like it.
That. Yeah,
I like it.
And then Ronnie saying, I'm going to miss you guys, but Nate, you got to stiff arm Neil on the Devil's State of Mind pod and talk jerseys at least once a season, please.
All right. Yeah. Tweet at him. And
yeah,
I know Neil and I have talked about it before, and I've appeared on the show once before. We talked about all 32 of the reverse retros from this past year.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So, but yeah, tweet at him and make that happen.
Yeah. Let's do. Do you want to do this next point before we do a quick break, or do you want to do break now?
What are we at for time? Oh, we're over an hour.
Break now.
Yeah, let's do a quick break now, and then I guess it's not really much of a break for me, right? But
yeah,
because fitting for the last episode, I forgot to record this. So
yeah.
But
yeah, okay. Take it away. I forget how we go into ad breaks. I don't know. Just
normally it's like we'll be back and we both get a break, but at this point, we've been talking about, bet on the opposite of what I've been doing, and you can bet on the opposite of what I've been saying with DraftKings Sportsbook. And right now you can, new customers can download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the promo code THPN, as in the Hockey Podcast Network, and bet just $5 to score $150 in bonus bets instantly. Again, that's $5 for $150 in bonus bets with promo code THPN, as in the Hockey Podcast Network, only at DraftKings Sportsbook. And now please bear with me as I read through the disclaimer here. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Massachusetts, call 800-327-5050 or visit gamblinghelplinema.org. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369. In Kansas, call 1-800-522-4700 on behalf of the Boot Hill Casino and Resort. In West Virginia, gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.1800gambler.net. All games regulated by the West Virginia Lottery. Please play responsibly in partnership with Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling at 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. 21 plus in most eligible states, but ages vary by jurisdiction. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details and state-specific responsible gambling resources. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. 1 boost per eligible game. Opt-in required. Max bet of $50 plus or 10 plus leg required for 100% boost. Eligibility, wagering, and deposit restrictions apply. I think I got. Oh, there you go.
Nicely done. That was pretty good.
Thank you. Okay, you do it.
Okay, thanks. I can handle my own shit. You're trying to get me out of here. Okay. I was trying to look for the that video I was talking about earlier about how like the whole Bedard thing could change the whole course of the NHL. I think I figured out the channel. I'm just trying to find the video so I can confirm. But the YouTuber is ECK, like just Eck, but ECK. Okay. Like that's what it is. I think it's on there, and I don't remember what it's called. But it was a few months ago, and I think it was after the draft lottery.
Okay.
So, anyways, if you go to that channel and just kind of scroll around until you find it, just like I'm trying to do right now, that's probably where it is. It was only a few minutes long, and and it was like just like fascinating to like think about. But I cannot. Oh wait, you can search. Oh, apparently I obviously don't use YouTube on the computer very often. But,
fair enough. Okay, Wildcard is looking for that. If you're still here and in the live chat, drop your favorite TQR moments throughout the last 4 years in the comments here. We'll save them, and we'll be coming back to them later on in the show when we go down memory lane. So,
yeah. Oh God, I will find it afterwards and like put it in the description or something, or like get you to tweet it out on the Twitter or something like that. Because like, I don't know. But...
Carter searching for a YouTube video is great podcast material.
Yeah, isn't it fantastic? Yeah, just like literal silence. I'm not even like looking at the camera for it. But it's it had like one of those clickbaity titles, like "This will change the course of history" and like.
Oh
like
yeah,
yeah. So it's maybe if I search history instead of Bedard, I don't know. Use tags. Yeah. This is why you use tags on YouTube, everybody.
A good reminder from Kevin as well in the comments to drop a like on the stream.
Oh yeah.
Please do. Please do.
We love that. Okay.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it's gone. It's possibly got rid of it too. I don't know. Maybe is that a thing that people do? Because I know like people do that on Instagram where they're like, "Oh, this didn't get enough likes. I'm gonna."
Not YouTube really, but
yeah,
as far as I know,
like,
anyway,
views or anything. So.
I don't think so. Ronnie's saying, "Does anyone else hear the music that they usually play in the background right now, like during the ad read?"
Oh yeah.
I've heard it so many times that it's just a constant loop. I have not been able to get this song out of my head for like the last 2 years at least.
Fair enough. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So, sorry. Did you have other comments you wanted to?
Ronnie saying low tempo hip hop beat. Carter's announcer voice. It's time to light the lamp, hockey fans. Let's hear your announcer voice, Carter.
Well, I'm not the one that usually does it. It's usually you. So
it is usually me.
Yeah.
Well, no, but he said Carter's announcer voice.
I don't see why I have to. Okay.
Give the people what they want. It's the last episode.
I got to do vocal warm-ups here. Not like talking for the last hour and 9 minutes has been a vocal warm-up. Okay, here we go. It's time to... Nope. It's time. It's time to light the lamp, hockey fans. How's that? Get a little rasp in there. Feels like the Vegas arena announcer. Doesn't he have like a good rasp?
A little bit, yeah. A little bit there. So it is very much like Phil, the announcer for the Ducks.
Oh, okay.
He's got a good amount of rasp in his voice.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like you got to have a little bit of grit there. Both on the ice and for the announcer off the ice.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what makes a good franchise there. Okay. Let's get into free agency as well with some of the signings that the Ducks made. So we'll start with the in-house ones, I suppose, the RFAs.
Yeah.
So Lucas Dostal, or Lucas Dostal, is that it? Lucas Dostal, is that right?
Dostal, yeah.
Dostal, yeah. Signed a 2-year deal, two-way, $8.12 or 812,500. So keeping him around, which is good. You want to do that since he's probably the future of the Ducks in net. But before we move on, we have a very special guest that I would like to bring on. Hello.
Hey guys.
Welcome, Neil.
I wasn't even like, I was like pulling up stats, and Carter's just like, we have a guest, and I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah, no, I literally just finished recording a podcast episode, and I saw that you guys were live, and I said to myself, I know this is their last episode, so why don't I just jump on unexpectedly and just say hi for a minute or two?
Yeah, that's what we want.
How are you guys?
Glad you did it. At least balances it out, because I did do that podcast a few years ago.
Yeah.
But I just honestly wanted to say hi, and I also I know I've said it several times on Twitter and also on Slack, but I just wanted to say thank you to both of you guys, because you were two guys that I met early on when I joined the network way back. I can't believe I'm saying this, way back in 2020, like it was 10 years ago.
Yeah, pre-COVID.
I know, right? I think I started July 1st of 2020. So really in the heat of the uncertainty of the pandemic. But talking to you guys and interacting, Nate, you've been on my podcast before. Carter, you and I have talked plenty of times, and I'm really happy for the both of you that you are continuing to move up in the world. It's going to be sad not having the Quack report around, but I did just want to come by and just say hi and thank you guys for everything that you did, and you guys will be sorely missed at the Hockey Podcast Network and hockey fans in general. But I just wanted to come by and say that to both of you.
Well, thanks. Yeah,
Dude,
that means a lot. You're gonna make me cry, man. No, it's been great to interact with you all on the after hours shows back when we did those, and
the after
draft
hours shows
and Twitter,
Slack,
if you guys
were not there for the after hours shows, you guys missed a lot.
Yeah. Yeah,
those were good times.
That was good stuff. But no, we appreciate you jumping on, and we'll still be around, obviously, on Twitter, and hopefully, we'll get on a couple watch alongs here and there, and maybe collab at some point or whatever. But you can't get rid of us that easily. No. You guys, you guys will always be around. I don't doubt that. But yeah, I just wanted to come by, say hi. You could use this clip for whatever you like. I'm sure your listeners and viewers will get a kick out of this, but. Just wanted to come by and say hi. Love the jerseys in the background as usual from both of you. Nate, I love that Devils one is right in the middle, man. That makes me feel so happy.
Although the Rangers one, right?
Also, I would could you cover that one with the Devils jersey? That would be nice. Just cover that a little bit.
I was gonna joke, replace with the Islanders one, but I don't have an Islanders one yet. So
you got to get one.
You gotta get one. So
you got to find a way to get one.
I think I'm at 6 or 7 left for the 32 collection.
Okay.
So,
I think the next one I'm going to try to get is either the Golden Knights golden jersey, because my friend has one that I saw yesterday in person. Yeah, I just saw that. And I was like, it looks so nice. And I'm really hoping the Devils Stadium Series jersey is not bad. I'm just it's last year of Adidas. Are they going to go out with a bang? Or are they going to do a big FU to the NHL and make everything a joke? So we'll see. We'll see about that. Yeah. But anyway, guys, I don't mean to jump in like this. I gotta edit my own stuff, but I just wanted to come by and say hi. Gonna miss you guys, and I appreciate everything you did. And I will say this, that John Sebastian Jaguar should not have won the Conn Smythe in 2003. Anyway, I just jumped in there. Again, Marty Brodeur, he did have 3 shutouts in those finals. I'm just saying, just clean that out.
Yeah, that's fair. But we did actually have a comment earlier, so it's funny that you hopped on from Ronnie here saying he was going to miss us, but he wants to have Nate on your show annually, every year, to talk jerseys. So it's stew on that for a little bit. Yeah,
I'm gonna have Nate come on when the stadium jerseys come out, including the Devils, and we'll have an episode and we'll talk about it.
Perfect.
So that's
book it.
And honestly, Carter, if you want to come on too, you're more than welcome to come on as well.
Yeah, we can shit on can shit on the Oilers Heritage Classic jersey when it comes out.
Exactly. That's shitting on the Oilers. That's becoming a national pastime.
And it's a pastime that I love, and will.
I think you got to get. I think we got to get. We got to get Kyle Manifold on here as well. You know, obviously, loving to crap on the Oilers. I think that'll be a fun session.
Yeah, that'll be good. Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll pick a date and we'll get everyone to circle out on their calendars. So yeah, that'll be good.
Awesome, guys. Well, enjoy the rest of your last episode. But anyway, thank you so much. Thank you for letting me jump on for a second, and continue to stay in touch. All right, guys.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You as well.
Awesome, man. Have a good night, guys.
You too, bud. Thanks.
Oh, that was awesome.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
You were joking of like, oh, you're gonna make me cry. And I was like straight up like trying to hold back tears.
I hide my emotions like a real man with humor. So yeah, it's perfect. Where were we? Oh yeah, Ronnie's saying it's my boy, my confidant, my friend Neil. Yeah. And here we go. Chris, hey now.
Hey. I think that was to the JS Jaguar.
Oh, probably,
comment, yeah.
Kevin said, "Oh boy, this guy stinks." Oh, that's good. That's good.
Oh, but can I do that? Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Not bad. Not bad.
Almost.
8 out of 10.
I gotta go a little bit.
It was almost there. 8 out of 10. Yeah. Chris saying, "You won the cup. Let Jiggy have it." Yeah. Good. That's all good. Okay. Where were we? Lucas Dostal, 2-year contract, $212.5 thousand, 2-way deal. Talked about that.
Yeah, that.
Anything to add? I mean, if we didn't do that, like, what the hell are the Ducks doing, right?
Yeah, one, that's a steal for your backup goalie next year.
Hell yeah.
Two, if somehow this show ends and it leads to just the demise of John Gibson as an Anaheim Duck, you're starting goalie at under $1 million for the next 2 years. That's some pretty tidy work there. And then if he proves that he can be that starter that we think he can be, then you get a massive pay increase when the cap is, hopefully, depending on what Daddy Gary has to say, apparently.
Daddy Gary?
Yeah. He's everybody's daddy.
Oh, Gary Bettman. I was like,
yeah, Gary Bettman.
Don't you mean like Pat Verbeek? Like, where does Gary come from there? Yeah, no.
There's a massive jump in the cap and he can cash in there. So
yeah, no, absolutely.
But yeah, that's a steal of a deal, honestly.
Yeah.
So
looks like Andrew's heading out soon. Says, see you guys. Great show. Thank you very much for stopping by, Andrew.
Good seeing you, buddy.
Much appreciated. Moving on to Bo Grew, centerman, who's played a little bit up with the Ducks, mostly in the AHL. Signed him to a 1-year contract extension, 2-way, so AHL and NHL salaries. But the 1 year is worth $775,000. So yeah, might as well. I think he did pretty well in the AHL last year, from what I remember from our Gulls updates.
Yeah, he put up 18 goals, 39 assists, or 39 points, sorry. 18 goals, 39 points in 63 games there. Was a minus 22, but I mean, I think everybody on the San Diego Gulls was a minus last year. So
yeah, minus 40 is the new even for the Gulls.
Exactly. So, but Bo Grew's, that's a good pickup, and we know he's a guy that can play in the bottom 6 for the Ducks.
Yeah, he was good when he was called up. So.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah. And last one here, defenseman Noah Warren, who was a 2023 second-round pick, 42nd overall, who we talked about a little bit when we had Flash on, I guess not this offseason, but the last offseason.
Yeah.
So, you can hop back to that episode if you want to hear more about Noah Warren. But he signed his ELC, $896,667 thousand, 3 years. So, just under... I guess league min for an ELC, but max term at the 3 years there. So pretty decent. I think, it's not uncommon to sign your second round pick, especially as a defenseman, like a year after the draft year. So I think that's a good amount, good length.
Yeah.
We'll see what he can do in the AHL and, if he gets called up. So
yeah, that's a guy that I think, depending, I got to double check our depth here, but like that's another
what depth?
Yeah, that's another NHL ready body. The guy is 6'5", 225 pounds.
Oh yeah,
at 19 years old.
big boy. Yeah, yeah.
Actually, sorry, really quickly, because I had something that reminded me of it. This is maybe a little bit more of like a you and I thing, because we know who specifically I'm talking about here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna blow your mind, make you feel old, and make you just feel weird all at the same time. All right.
Okay. Hit me.
Leo Carlson.
Yeah.
1 week younger than my sister.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Right? You just don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Huh. Yeah, that's
December 26th, 2004.
Such children. And I mean, they're not children because they're adults now, but it's just like
it's weird though.
I still think of your sister as like 10 years old. So then when you say that, I'm like, oh my God, like, are we drafting a 10-year-old? Like, this guy's not going to be ready for years, decades, maybe. Oh God. Yeah. Man. Wow. We got the City Life Project, which is Isha hopping in here saying, hey, guys.
What's going on, bud?
Appreciate you tuning in for the very last Quack Report episode. Feels very fitting.
Ooh.
So good to see you. Hear from you, I guess. Yeah. Okay, Trevor Carrick, we signed him. He was a UFA, so we've moved from RFAs into UFAs, but he was still in the system as I guess in the Ducks system, playing with the San Diego Gulls. So yeah, Trevor Carrick, defenseman, we signed him to a 1-year, $775,000 two-way deal as well.
Yeah. Actually, he is not. Quick correction: we brought him back. He was in Tampa's system last year. He played for the Syracuse.
Oh, I guess. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I did a quick look and then I just saw. Oh yeah, San Diego. There we go. But yeah, no, hasn't played for the Ducks. But yeah, a couple of years in San Diego, then to Tampa. He was part of a trade, wasn't he? That like we traded him to Tampa. Was that? Did we not?
You're really testing my my knowledge here.
Oh no, we got him in a trade from the Sharks for Jack Kopaka.
Oh, let's take a look here.
Back in 2021. So okay, I'm mistaken. Yeah. I thought he was part of the who was that guy that we got from Tampa? Blonde hair, Russian guy.
We got Carrick from the San Jose Sharks. Oh yeah, for Kopaka.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, what were you just wondering?
That Tampa Bay guy that we got, big guy, blonde hair, Russian. Who am I thinking of? It was like a couple seasons ago.
Starts with a V.
Yeah.
Why am I blanking on this? I want to say Volkov, but that's a Call of Duty villain.
Yes.
No, is it?
No, it's Volkov. Yeah. I am 99% sure. Alexander Volkov? Nope.
No.
Maybe not.
No, Volkov is definitely a Call of Duty. That's MW3 is a villain there.
Also, oh no, it is Alexander Volkov. Swear to God, this guy. Screen share. How do we do this? It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. Chris is confirming it for us.
Volkov. Yeah. Oh, so you believe Chris over me? Get the hell out of here.
I believe Chris on it.
This guy, Alexander Volkov, Tampa Bay.
Okay, there you
blonde
go.
hair. Okay. Very, very Russian looking. This guy, 92. Okay, that's him right there.
Again, my mind happening to remember obscure hockey things, but can't remember anything else.
Yeah.
What's the famous line from Patrick Starr? My mind is an enigma.
Yeah.
Isn't that what it is? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's some comparison to like an empty milk jug too, or something.
Something like that. Yeah. I don't know. Put either or on my gravestone years down the line, please.
Yeah. Kevin saying Carlson born the same year Facebook came out.
Oof.
Wow.
Okay, here's a good one for you. Actually, Carlson was born the same year that Spider-Man 2 came out with Tobey Maguire.
Damn. Yeah, that feels like a long time ago. And I mean, 18 years, I guess.
Leo Carlson was born the same year that American Idiot dropped.
Ooh. It's just making me feel like so
I can
much
keep
older.
going if you want.
No, we're done. Isha just just wanted to say thanks for everything, guys. What a tremendous show and brand two Alberta boys ended up making. Don't know if that's a backhanded compliment about Alberta boys, but thank you, Isha.
Yes, Isha being the other half of the reason that we're even blessed to be part of THP, and they're bringing us on, and just putting your trust in us to cover the Ducks. So
yeah. Also, congrats on the engagement from Isha.
Thank you very much.
And asking, will you two continue to always be Ducks fans, do you think?
I think there's going to be a soft spot in my heart for the Ducks always.
Trevor Zegras has stolen my heart, so yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Isha also says Volkov is a heavyweight UFC fighter.
There you go.
Yeah. Not the same Volkov, presumably. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I feel like it wouldn't be the same one.
Yeah. And he says he loves Alberta. Cheers, guys. Okay. So, yeah.
Right. He lived in Calgary for a while.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Where were we? Trevor Carrick. Moving on to the free agent signings, like the out of house ones. I'm interested on your thoughts about this because we haven't actually talked about this one yet. Right winger Alex Killorn from the Tampa Bay Lightning, we signed to a 4-year, $6.25 million contract. No, the contract itself is not worth $6.25 million over the 4 years. That is a $6.25 million per year for 4 years, every year for 4 years. That kind of $6.25 million.
Now,
what do you think?
Points wise, a little bit of an overpayment, sure, but so is every guy on July 1st. But I mean, last season with the Tampa Bay Lightning, 64 points in 82 games. The issue for me is even thinking like, okay, yes, the cap's probably going to jump crazy over the next few years. It's the fact that that's 4 years and the guy's 33. That'll take him to 37.
Yeah.
That was the one that I was like, oh, okay, we're grossly overpaying, I think.
In fairness, we have to hit the cap floor. So there's that.
Yeah, but you also still have Terry, Zegras, and Drysdale.
I know.
Signed.
I'm
we'll hit it no matter what.
I'm trying to justify in some way. I'm stretching here, but there is that. I'm going to use everybody's favorite free agency overpayment word, and that is intangibles. He has a lot of intangibles that he brings to the group. Leadership, experience, Stanley Cups. Again, intangibles.
He also does have a history with Pat Verbeek, because remember Pat Verbeek was the AGM to the Steve Yzerman Tampa Bay Lightning.
So in other words, Killorn bent Verbeek over and said, "You know me, pay me money."
Yeah,
and then slapped him a couple times.
Yeah, it's definitely an overpayment in my opinion. If this was like 6.25 for like 2 years, maybe 3. Like 2 years, I feel a lot.
I think it's still a lot of money per year.
It's still a lot of money. Like 2 years though, for that, like I'm a bit more comfortable. But 4 years, like that, I looked at that and I was like, oh, okay, sure. I guess it's not like that.
I also hate to be like that. Oh, it could have been worse, because like that's just like it's just like it feels like a shitty thing. It's like,
yeah.
Oh, your dog died. It could have been worse. Both your dogs could have died. Like
Jesus.
So I always hate using that phrase, but like at least we didn't sign him for like 7 years. That would just be awful.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? So like 4 years is like, yes, like you said, it takes him till he's 37, but 4 years is stomachable compared to 7. What do you think a reasonable number would have been in terms of amount if we were going to do 4 years for Killorn?
I've been happier with like a 4.5, 5.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 4, I would have been like, fuck yeah, that's a steal.
Yeah.
5 would be like, okay, like a little bit of an overpayment, but I mean, he has the intangibles. It's free agency. Yeah. So 4.5 is probably that sweet spot. But to kind of segue into that, I think the next signing, is actually pretty good. Maybe a bit of an overpayment as well, but I think it's that top end that we were talking about with Killorn, where it's like, oh yeah, like it's a little bit more than I would want, but it's free agency, intangibles. He brings a lot of good stuff. So we're talking about Radko Gudas, $4 million times 3 years for that. I think that's really good. That's a really good signing. Gudas beefs up our back end. He can defend, and also the Coyotes are going to have an awful time with Radko Gudas.
That's the big thing that everybody's talking about. Like outside of he'll be a solid defensive player for a team that has no fucking defense right now. Is that like, yes, we have been missing that tough guy since Nick Delorier was traded. We have been missing that guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And until I saw, that we got Gudas, I was honestly kind of hoping for Ryan Reeves. But then he was off the board, and I'm like, okay, no, we're not getting.
Wait, where did Reeves go?
Toronto.
Hilarious. What did they pay him? $6 million? I bet they like overpaid out the ass for him.
I don't think so. Actually,
no.
Let me double check here. Ryan Reeves contract. Here we go.
I'm gonna guess like 4 years, $5 million. That's my final
guess. 3 years, $4 million.
Okay. I mean,
so but that's total. So
4 million total.
Yeah, his his annual average is 1.35 mil.
Oh, okay. That's reasonable, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but then as soon as I saw it was like Radko Gudas, I'm like, yes, I am down for that shit.
I would take Gudas over Reeves 100 times out of 10. Like, I would always pick Gudas. So yeah, I think this is a really, really good signing.
And it's still like a reasonable number as well that you got, right? Like 4 million it's the most that he's had per year on a contract.
Yeah.
But it's not by much. Like taking a look at his past contracts here, the previous high was 3.35 mil.
Okay, yeah, that's
over 4 years or per year for 4 years.
Yeah.
So, but I think where the money may have kind of gotten brought back with free agency is more the fact that there is a full no trade clause this season coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the 24-25 season, there's a 16 team no trade list. And then the following season after that, 25-26, there's a 10 team no trade list.
Okay.
So he got some no trade in there probably to scale back his number just a little bit. So
yeah, still with 16 team no trade list, that's like, it's basically just saying, I just want to go to a playoff team if you're going to trade me.
Yeah. But at the same time, I also do like no trade for a guy that is, 33, but a guy that's coming to a team that just tried to win the lottery last year.
Yeah.
Right. And is like asking for just that solidness, I guess.
Like he does want to play here. Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome to see. So
yeah, for sure.
I do like
I mean, he did also just come from Florida as well. So like, obviously he's probably like, I just want to like kind of guarantee that I'm going to be somewhere hot, probably.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I mean, with you can speak to the whole beard thing, but when you got a big beard like that, like, it's, I guess no. I was gonna say, you got to like stay cool, but I don't know.
Honestly,
I feel like beards in the summer go together, like contradictorily.
Yeah, like I know some people get like a little warm with the beard, but otherwise it doesn't really bother you actually.
Yeah.
So
probably feels nice. It holds the beach water when you dip it. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's like you wearing a towel on your face.
You get it long enough, and you get drag when you're swimming.
Oh yeah,
always a good time. But
yeah, we got some other comments here to run through. This was about Kaloran. Kevin said that fourth year will come back to bite them cap wise. Agree.
Yeah, I think so.
Dylan wants to know where the Miracle Whip's at.
Okay, you missed this part. Because Nick wasn't able to come on tonight, we'll do something over social media, like on Twitter or that. It will happen. Don't worry.
There's some Andrew and Dylan discussion, which is
I'm going to save this question from Andrew for later.
Okay. Dylan asks, you guys going to be Ducks fans for life now? Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
When Isha was on, he said that.
Yeah, they'll hold a soft spot. Oh my God. I really
One more time.
Soft spot in my heart. There we go.
Very well said. Yeah.
Thank you. On the third try.
Yeah. And then Andrew says, I think I was on here in 2020 as well with Neil. Nice.
Like it.
Okay. We've done Killorn, we've done Gudis. That leaves one more, which I did not even hear about, but we signed another defenseman, Robert Haig, to a 1-year, $775,000 deal.
Yeah.
So if you want to speak to this one, go ahead.
Yeah, nice cheap deal. Hags, he kind of struggled with Detroit. I can't remember if he was injured or what it was, but just kind of an on the fence player. He didn't play in the A, I don't think, last year. But 38 games with Detroit, 7 points. He's a bit more of your, seventh defenseman, I guess. So, but again, a team that has no defense currently, right?
Yeah.
That's still that's just like, stocking the cupboards for in a year or two.
Yeah. I mean, look what happened when Drysdale went down last year. Well, Drysdale and Vakanainen. That just totally ruined our defense. Just a couple injuries.
There was
right?
Cam Fowler and Cam Fowler.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, if we can bring in just, more and more D at these kind of numbers just to fill holes, guys with experience, that's fine by me. Obviously, injuries are going to hurt any team, especially when you're losing guys that you were expecting to be in your top 6 or your top 4.
Yeah, exactly.
But the more guys that you can have, the better.
Yeah.
That way. So, Kevin saying anything but Kevin Shartenkirk. Love it. I almost didn't pick up on the Shartenkirk. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. That's all that we had for signings, at least player wise. Shall we get into the other pieces here?
Yeah, last couple of things.
So Ducks did name their head coach replacement for who shall not be named, mostly because I kind of already forgot his name, and I just want to say no name brand David Tennant. But just in case we bring the show back and we want to have him on, I'm not going to name any names.
I do have him on LinkedIn now, actually, which is kind of funny.
Yeah. But the Dallas Eakins era is over, as we all know, and Greg Cronin. I think I said that. Did I say that wrong the first time? Greg Cronin was named the Ducks head coach now. So
yes. I closed that news article. But this is not Cronin's first time in the NHL, to say the least, but it is his first time as a head coach in the NHL. Previously, he has been an assistant for the New York Islanders, the Toronto Maple Leafs, I guess, and then the New York Islanders again. Since 2018, though, he had been the head coach of the Colorado Eagles. I know we talked about him one of the last episodes before we took a pause at the end of the season there.
Yeah, I think maybe he was rumored to be.
Yeah, I think he was one of the guys that were kind of rumored.
Or he was being interviewed, maybe that's when it was.
Yeah, but in the 5 seasons that he coached the Colorado Eagles, they only missed the playoffs once, and that wasn't even because of the team necessarily. That was because a thing called the pandemic hit and stopped the AHL in its tracks. Yeah. So otherwise, took the Eagles to the playoffs in the AHL there every single year, getting as far as the second round. So this is a guy that's, and he kind of said a lot of the right things right away. I don't remember what specifically off the top of my head it was that he said, but I know there's a few things that I read that I was like, yes, this is a guy that, Trevor Zegras or that will be ready to run through a brick wall for, or that kind of thing. Oh yeah. And even just, this is we go from Dallas Eakins, who was a pretty good AHL coach and was known for developing guys, to a guy that has developed proven winners. Right. And I think is a guy that is ready for that NHL head coaching jump there. 3 guys that he developed, one with the Avalanche last year: Alex Newhook, Logan O'Connor, and Pavel Francouz. I think you might have heard
decent names. Decent names. Yeah, just a little small part maybe of the Stanley Cup that they won a couple of years ago.
Yeah, just a little little bit of part there. So
yeah. We got Dylan saying here, got a Jet Boys, been an absolute pleasure working with you two over the last 4 years. Holy crap, 4 years. No kidding. Great job covering the Ducks and being a part of THPN. You guys are certified beauties, with 3 cheers emojis. Awesome. Thank you, Dylan.
Thank you very much, Dylan.
Appreciate the kind words.
We will talk to you soon, buddy.
For sure.
Because as Leonardo DiCaprio said in The Wolf of Wall Street, I'm not fucking leaving.
When you said Leonardo DiCaprio, I was like, are we going to get another Titanic reference? I'll never let go, Dylan.
Yeah, as Rose said, I won't let go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess it goes that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just the first thing I thought of that was a quote that Leonardo DiCaprio was involved in. So, the other little bit of news here that is not totally player related is, but I guess kind of, Ryan Captain Clutch Getzlaff is back. Not in a player role though,
damn it,
not as a hockey player, roster player role, but he is named the player development coordinator. So in other words, he's going to help Zegras perfect the Michigan and then teach it to everybody else on the team. That's
as Zegras has already done it, 3 times now?
Yes, but perfect it.
I don't know that the one that he had against Montreal. I don't think I've seen anybody else do it better than that. Honestly.
No, that was pretty good. But in fairness, Zegras is batting like definitely not 1,000. He's probably batting like 50.
Yeah,
at it right now, like the 0.05, like it's very low, is what I'm trying to say.
We'll get it. We'll get it up from 50 to 55.
There you go. Yeah.
So
yeah, he's gonna improve it that way. Yeah, consistency. So. So yeah, no, that's good. I think everyone was kind of expecting it to happen, probably this year too. Like take a year off, just enjoy retirement, relax, be with your family, and then come back in a role like this. Like I don't think anyone's really shocked that Getzlaff is back.
There's something about being part of a sport or an organization for so long that like once it's done, you're suddenly itching to be back with it.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
like
especially when you're like the captain too, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like I even had it this year where like, I wasn't reffing lacrosse this year. I at first wasn't like coaching any teams or anything like that. Like I had nothing to do with the sport of lacrosse for the first time since I was 8 years old, like before I even learned about lacrosse. And within the first week, I was already back on the floor coaching. Just you couldn't keep me away from it.
Yeah, so. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, it's great to see Getsy, sticking around with the organization a little bit and in a good role, I think, for him especially. So
yeah, for sure. Yeah, and then last piece of news here. This is going to kick off the second half of the podcast, and then that will be it because first half of the podcast, second half is always just Jersey talk. The Ducks unveiled officially their 30th anniversary jersey now. And I know that you were active about it on Twitter. So a lot of people that follow us there probably have your thoughts. But for just the listeners, we can give a little chat. And here is the picture if you're watching, just to remind everybody of what we are getting here.
Yeah, this is like... I feel like this jersey is the epitome of the Anaheim Ducks for the last few years, or at least the years that we've covered them.
Yeah.
So close, but you just didn't want to take the extra step.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right? Like
Mm-hmm.
like the jersey design overall, maybe except this is maybe the one time that I'm not a fan actually of the drawstrings up top at the collar. But like I like that they took, like the inspiration from the original jerseys in terms of the striping and just made it straight across. I do like that personally.
Yeah, that's really good.
There is like the little touches of in the silver bands. You can't see it in the image right now, but like on the one sleeve, it does say like Mighty Ducks established 1993. And then the other sleeve is Anaheim Ducks established 2006. I like those details personally. The hanger effect, like just inside the collar, just says Mighty in the old Mighty Ducks font. I do like that.
I do personally like the circular logo. I think I'm a little bit biased because it kind of mirrors our logo for the podcast. But I like the yellow in the logo as well, like just a touch of yellow because it was just a small part of like the early Mighty Ducks. So like to not have it featured is good, but like to just have that little touch, I'm just like, oh, it's good. It's so good.
See, now that's actually where this jersey loses me outside of the drawstrings. I'm not like this was a very much a shoulder patch, I think, in my opinion. Now, if they just transferred the original one over, sure, but you have like a double logo in here. It just feels a little much. It's like this is where I was like kind of saying of like the like so close, but you just didn't want to go the extra step kind of thing. In this case, they took a side step and went, "Oh no, we need to make sure though that we have the Anaheim Ducks branding in here." When everybody is just begging at this point, scratching at the feet of the Samuelis to just bring the Mighty Duck full time again. Like not even necessarily the original colors, like the reverse, like the last reverse retro jersey, especially, and the current the orange alternate, right? Like people love those jerseys. They're okay with the modern colors. They just want the Mighty Duck back. They don't want this web duck foot that people have hated pretty much from nearly the very start.
That's the part I don't like about the whole circle logo thing is how they just had to slip that in. Because when I first saw it, I was like, this is perfect. There's literally nothing wrong with this. And then I was like, wait, what the fuck is that? And I like zoomed in and I was like, enhance. I was like, you're kidding. Like, seriously, you could have just left that out. Like, come on.
I'd have to double check with a different picture, but if I'm not mistaken, that's actually not like the Mighty Ducks yellow. It's more close to like the current orange. And I think it's just the lighting. And it's a bit more reflective. I could be wrong on that.
Okay.
Like I said, I have to double check, but
okay.
But yeah, it's like it's that like so close yet so far kind of thing. It's the Anaheim Ducks like leaders, I guess, just constantly teasing Ducks fans.
Yeah.
Right. And just seeing how far they can poke. I feel like. So, and there was one like conspiracy that was even like, maybe they dropped this and then go, oh yeah, see, people didn't want the Mighty Duck. And it's like, no, we just didn't want necessarily this. So I don't know if I still, you know what, I can find it on Twitter. I know I shared it there. But like I know I did like just a really quick edit. All I did was I just replaced that logo with the Mighty Ducks one. And the guys over at Ducks and Pucks even picked it up and shared it and stuff like that. And it was just like, yes, this is what we wanted. Like this would have been a lot more well received and stuff like that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And I'll agree with that 100% too. Yeah. But and I mean, I'm less of like a jersey nut and jersey purist for lack of a better term. So I'm just like, you know what, this is good. I'm happy. Will I buy it? Probably. So, but I definitely do see where people are like, this is not cutting it for me. I am upset. Andrew even went as far to say is it looks like Donald Duck, which
yeah.
I
mean, the original one was kind of that as well. There is a video out there. I don't know what it is. There is an aesthetics video though. One of the prototype videos actually. Go take a look at those. That does show actually like some of like just the concept sketches that they had for the Anaheim Ducks, and one is just straight up Donald Duck and like the letter D.
Okay,
he's not even trying to hide that it's Disney.
I think I've seen that from
a
while ago, but yeah. Kevin also said, honestly, don't think I will be seeing this one at the Ponda too much. OG Ducks fans hate it, and new Ducks fans like the orange, which is a fair point.
Yeah. Like I said, it's that almost there, but there's something in it. Like as much as I like the detail of the, like the Mighty Ducks and the Anaheim Ducks in the silver bands, at the same time, it's like, why are you trying to split this up as two separate franchises, right? It's still just like you're still trying to drive that wedge of, oh, this isn't Disney. This isn't Disney. When people are just asking, like, we get it. We know you're not Disney. We're okay that you're not Disney.
Yeah.
But like, don't keep trying to screw around with what you think is Disney that everybody just loves and don't care that it came from Disney originally. So, but the one other thing that I will comment on, it's not necessarily just this jersey, it's all the jerseys this year. This damn abomination just of a sponsor ad.
Ugh, I know.
Overall.
Awful. Who is that again? Actually, no, don't even say it. Like, who cares? Boycott whoever this company is anyways. Not even going to give them the pleasantries of a shout out.
Yeah, it's it's more just like have I gotten used to it? Like sponsors on jerseys? Sure. In the grand scheme of things, do I like, is it really like impacting that much? No, I guess not. But it's still just that is like one of the few traditionalist things in me that's like, once you did it with the helmets, yeah, we were getting into jerseys pretty damn quick. So
last thing on this here is JJ Rose says, whoops, I already pre-ordered mine. I have a love-hate relationship with it, which is fair.
Yeah, be sure to, you know what, though, do send us pictures of it, like up close and that when you get it. So like, I'm still interested in the details and that kind of stuff. I'm still going to check it out myself. Maybe not buy it at least right away. I'm not sure yet. So
yeah, we'll see.
But yeah.
Okay. Let's do, before we move on to the last little bit of the podcast here, we've had some other just like kind of random questions come in that we're like, okay, we'll just like kind of save them for later. So we're going to do a bit of a little rapid fire here. So I have 4 questions saved. And first one here, off the top of your head, quick, boom, rapid fire. Are you guys seeing Barbie, Oppenheimer, or both?
Both.
Absolutely both. Back to back?
Yes. Okay. Now here has been my question. I guess I've asked it to you, but I guess within a group setting.
Mm-hmm.
All right. For everybody in the chat, give your answers as well. The scenario is you are going to Oppenheimer and Barbie as a back-to-back feature. What order are you going to watch the 2 movies in?
See, so I'm big on like the palate cleanse, you know, because I'm a wine connoisseur. I like to, drink wine and be like, yes, I'm getting notes of wine things. I'm not.
See, now I was gonna go the sushi route of like, if before you go to a different type of sushi, you have some of the ginger.
Oh, okay. No, I don't. I literally don't care. I'm just like, what's the nearest sushi roll to me? I'm stuffing that in my face. Okay, now
I mean that is me most of the time, but every now and then I'm like, oh, okay, like if I'm like enjoying like really expensive sushi or something,
okay,
which is not very often. So
it's usually the all you can eat, and I'm just like, the faster I eat, the more I can put in my face before my body realizes I'm full, which is super unhealthy. So again, more of like a palate. I'm like big on like the palate cleanse. Like whenever I watch things, if I watch like a dark movie, I'm like, okay, I need to watch like a Disney movie to like just like decompress after that or whatever. So I'd probably go Oppenheimer first and then Barbie.
Yeah, that's fair. Sorry, I'm looking. Okay. No, I'm looking ahead in the comments. We'll get to.
I was like, I didn't think it was that big of a take.
No, sorry. No, sorry. I don't know. I've been kind of flip flopping on it because on one hand, like I want kind of the fun and then give me like the event, I guess, with Oppenheimer. But at the same time, I do understand kind of the palate cleanse a little bit. So
I feel like watching Barbie first, like if then you went to Oppenheimer, you'd just be like stuck on that, and you'd be like, oh god, like I can't even think about Barbie right now. Like, was it good? I don't even know because Oppenheimer just like.
Dude, I always have time to think about Margot Robbie. Just saying.
And Ryan Gosling, to be fair.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been kind of going back and forth on it. I feel like I'm leaning right now though towards the palate cleanse a little bit as well. So I feel like it honestly would depend on like what time of day I'm starting this, I guess. Like if Oppenheimer's finishing at say like 9 or 10 o'clock or later kind of thing, then maybe I'm doing like, or like I guess if the last movie is finishing at that time, then maybe I'm doing Barbie last. Like second kind of thing. But if it's like earlier in the day, then I do Oppenheimer last.
Okay.
So
Ali says Oppenheimer, then Barbie is what we're doing. And then she justifies it here and says Oppenheimer
That's
for the
what
laugh,
I was laughing at.
Then Barbie for the philosophy. And I quickly read that and I was like, yeah, Barbie for the philosophy makes sense. Then I was like, wait, Oppenheimer for the laughs? Are we just breezing past that part? What's going on? You okay?
Fun fact, both Barbie and the first atomic bomb dropped in Japan. First dropped in Japan.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm sorry, that's a bad joke. That's a bad joke.
Yeah, too soon?
Maybe.
Oppenheimer for the fun, then Barbie for the event, Oppenheimer for the palate cleanse. Allie's like, one joke and beat it to death. Good stuff.
Or just blow it up, you know?
Ronnie says, I always love talking about a Nolan movie on the drive home, so Op has to be second, so it's fresh for the chat. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, Oppenheimer is definitely one that I feel like you'd probably be able to go deeper into for the chat. Like, unless Barbie throws us for a loop and we get the philosophy with Barbie.
I mean, I think there'll be a little bit, but it won't be like quite as big. It's more just
it's not gonna be quite the same. Yeah.
Yeah, because I guess if you saw Oppenheimer first, then in the middle of Barbie, you'd be like, "Oh my god!" and you just stand up and like shout something about Oppenheimer.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, this isn't the place for it. Like, come on, you save it for the car, man. Like, some people are doing Barbie then Oppenheimer. Like, that's not cool. So I think Oppenheimer last. Yeah.
So there was a thing going around the internet that was like part of the marketing with Barbie was they like built the Barbie dream house or that kind of thing. Like, it is like this massive,
like full scale,
like bright hot pink mansion, and someone shared it and just said Oppenheimer has the best marketing opportunity right now.
Kevin said Op then Barbie because I won't be able to see at night after the bomb.
Fair enough.
Yep. Okay, rapid fire question number 2.
All right.
Ronnie asks, in honor of the Zegras, quote, era, what is your favorite T Swift song? Don't think about it. Just go. I'll go first. Oh, that's actually tough. I was going to say Blank Space. Blank Space is my like knee-jerk reaction.
No, I think you broke me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what broke me.
Is there such a thing as a favorite Taylor Swift song?
Oh.
I don't think so. I think they're just all good. I mean, we are never getting back together. Maybe I'll go with that one.
I do got a soft spot for that one because we covered that song in our previous band.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there was one that I was just thinking of. What the hell was it? Okay, hold on. Give me a second. Why am I blanking on?
Maybe Shake It Off?
No, it wasn't that.
No, I'm thinking for me.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, maybe that one would be my number 2. Then Blank Space. I don't know. Yeah, it's tough.
I just like got back into this song thanks to the Taylor's version of Speak Now, I think.
Also, anyone that hasn't listened to Electric Touch featuring Taylor Swift and Fall Out Boy, or by Taylor Swift featuring Fall Out Boy, do yourself a favor and go listen to that. Phenomenal.
Yes, absolutely. Phenomenal. Oh wait, no, maybe it wasn't Speak Now. Oh no, I think we finished Speak Now and then got into something else. Jesus Christ, I don't fucking remember right now.
Ooh, good one, Andrew. Bad Blood. Yeah.
22. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh yeah. 22. Yeah. That's a good one too. See, there's just too many. It's too.
Yeah. I guess like 22 for impossible. Like the memes, I guess.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would actually. You know what? Yeah, I think I'd actually have to go with. I Knew You Were Trouble. I think I might have to go for that one.
Oh yeah, Goat Scream version.
Absolutely.
I knew there was a reason I had that on the keyboard.
Perfect.
Everything's been building to that moment right there. Kevin says that T Swift's Ice Spice song had me scratching my head. Which one was that?
Ice Spice song.
Yeah. Like off of Speak Now, I'm assuming. I don't know.
Sorry, I'm changing my answer. Last time I promised Bad Blood. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going Bad Blood.
Fair. Oh, here it's right here. Ice Spice. Is this the?
Oh, fuck. See, now I'm just going through the catalog and I'm just like,
yeah, right.
This is not like the quick thought. I might have. Oh. Ready for it?
Really? I don't know if that's like.
I mean, I do like that one.
If that's your favorite T Swift song, that's
maybe not the favorite one.
Yeah, no, we're going favorite. So, Andrew did also say "Shake It Off." So, yeah, 1989 is just a good album. So,
yeah, that is true.
Okay, we're gonna switch gears here, just a touch. Andrew asks, "What's your favorite Katy Perry song?" I think I gotta go Firework. I think, yeah.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one.
That one just gets me like singing every time. I'm just like, oh, I don't really want to listen to this. And then the chorus hits, and I'm just like,
I'm going with the new Skip the Dishes theme.
Okay, you know what? That one does come back around. Honestly, it's like, okay, this is all right. And then you're like, oh my god, I can't hear this. If I have to hear this one more time, I'm gonna like burn the whole house down. But it comes back. It definitely comes back. So
for our American friends, I learned that recently. This skip the dishes is not a thing in America.
No,
apparently.
Winnipeg based.
Go check out the Skip the Dishes theme by Katy Perry on YouTube or that.
Did somebody say
skip?
Nice. I was hoping you would get that and you didn't just like leave me hanging there.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
I think I'm going Dark Horse actually for Katy Perry.
Oh, that's a good
that was a song that like took a little bit actually to grow on me.
Yeah. A little bit of a dark horse pick there, one might say.
Yeah, a little bit.
Allie for Taylor Swift says it. Enchanted is so good. Scream singing, please don't be in love with someone else.
Oh, yeah. Oh, actually, yeah, that's actually the song that I was thinking of.
Okay. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
No more changing your answer now. That's it. No. Marcus says, the last one better be last of the season.
Sorry,
oh boy, do I got news for you. I hope you're sitting down for this. Andrew says fireworks. Marcus says, okay, good. And boo from an alley. I have no idea the context, but they're just coming in so hot. Yeah. Okay, last question.
Hot like Taylor Swift.
From Chris. You can answer after the hockey news. Are you guys tuning into Women's World Cup and or the X Games? I'm not a soccer guy, so no. And the X Games, I don't think I've ever watched, so also no. Sorry.
I want to check out some X Games. It's like motocross or skateboarding in there. I do enjoy that. At least like highlights and that kind of thing. So like I did tune in for that, but
yeah.
So
yeah, if I was a soccer fan, like even just like a touch more, then yes. But like I've literally watched one soccer game start to finish, like in my whole life, and besides like professional soccer, I guess. But
yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I'll definitely like kind of keep tabs, I'm sure, on the Women's World Cup, but
yeah, like with most sports, I'll just kind of follow along. So
yeah,
we'll quack from Marcus. So Ali says World Cup is going to be so good. Root for America. Okay, I can't agree with this one. I'm always Canada all the way, no matter what. But and Chris says Winter X Games is better in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Again, like didn't even know that there was different seasons of X Games. Didn't know this was the Olympics. So, and Ali says, and if you don't want to root for a specific country, root for the lesbians.
I'm gonna root for the lesbians. Fuck it.
Rooting for all teams all at once. I like it.
Exactly. Oh man, last month I think I found my favorite thing to share with people who made homophobic comments online and that kind of thing. It was just this image that just said, I wish all the homophobes a very uncomfortable month.
That's good.
I love sharing that.
Yeah. Okay. Now we'll, I guess you are more into what's going on our Twitter page and what other people have shared. So I will let you take this next part.
Yeah, sure. What are we doing? Oh, just like sharing what was on
sharing like memories from the previous episodes, the other 256.
Yeah. First off though, I actually, you know what? No, I'll read this at the same time, try to find a comment that got left on my personal here.
Okay. And
actually, wait, sorry, never mind. The one that was on the personal was a lot easier to find than I thought. It was like right at the top.
Okay.
We had this one asked from Justin, who was in the chat earlier. I'm not sure if he's still kicking around. At Sea of Red Central, when are the Thomas and Potts banners being raised? I hate to break it to you, Thomas and Potts banners are not being raised. However,
it's not in the budget at all.
However, there was a TQR banner raised at the Honda Center. Right beside Scott Niedermeyer.
as it should be. Perfect. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. TQR number 69. There you go.
Perfect.
That's what I was trying to Photoshop really quickly before we got off.
Oh God, that's hilarious.
Oh.
Oh god, I like this. Kevin says, I thought you were gonna say last month I found my favorite lesbian.
Oh man.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Kevin, never change.
Never change, buddy. Never change. He's got Allie later in the chat. Just woo, go lesbian.
Yeah, Chris saying hot and 69 LOL. Nice, love it. The chaos, love it. Okay. I did also have a comment saved from Allie,
what do you got?
as well, just from earlier on. For her favorite memory was when we had her on as a guest.
Yes,
Big W.
episode 200. That is something I had written down here. Episodes 100 and 200 were a lot of fun. Just having,
like, having people on to shoot the shit.
Yeah, just some of the people that, actually took time out of their day to listen to us and stuff like that. So, yeah, that was a lot of fun to talk, outside of like just the live chat or Twitter with you guys and that kind of thing. So I really enjoyed those episodes personally. Okay, we got I got a couple different memories here from one of our friends on Twitter, Stressed Sports Fan. Yeah, they said one of them was talking about Connor McDavid and us describing him as just some speedy boy. And they still want that as a t-shirt, they said, so we'll might have to do one more
do a special order. Order, yeah.
Exactly.
Just some speedy boy.
Yeah. The mutual lamenting over Kevin Shattenkirk's existence as well as his spot in our shootout lineup. I also had the 11-minute discussion that we had of Kevin Shattenkirk in the shootout.
I can't believe we could just talk about that for 11 minutes.
Right?
It doesn't, like, I feel like in my mind when that was happening, that was like 30 seconds, and then it's like, okay, we just spent the last 11 minutes yelling about Kevin Shattenkirk. And people wanted to listen to that.
We realized that was 11 minutes, and that was the moment for me that was like the Captain Holt in that episode that they're interrogating the dentist on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, where he just like starts going off about like the term doctor, and he's just like, that's a trigger apparently for me now.
Yeah.
Kevin Shattenkirk in the shootout is apparently a trigger for me.
Yeah. Chris says, it was fun joining you guys on episode 100. That was a good night. Yeah, it was.
Yes.
It was really good.
Episode 200 for you, Chris.
Was it 200?
Okay. Yeah, 200. Yeah. Yeah, just as the last season ended. This season started, whichever.
Yeah, it was like one of the weird off-season ones. I don't remember. I guess it was the technically end of season 3 for it. So yeah. I was gonna say, what were we talking about before? Oh yeah, with the Kevin Shattenkirk thing. It's like, because now obviously he's gone from the Ducks. I don't know if he's re-signed anywhere else yet. I don't think so.
I feel like I heard his name somewhere. Let me double check here.
Yeah, I feel like I would know if Kevin Shattenkirk ended up somewhere else, but
right, he went to Boston.
Okay, yeah. I'm just imagining the Ducks and Boston are playing, and the game goes to a shootout, and Kevin Shattenkirk gets put out on the lineup, and you're still just going to be livid. You're going to be like, no, what the hell? What do you do? Why would you play Kevin?
You got fucking Brad Marchand. You're putting Kevin Shattenkirk out first.
Yeah. Just cuts to a clip
throw
of
out
Dallas.
Hampus Lindholm before you throw out Kevin Shattenkirk.
Cuts to a clip of Dallas Eakins in the crowd, just standing up like, that's my boy. I taught him everything he knows.
He's like the very top of the nosebleeds too.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Do you still have the clip somewhere of just us? I don't remember which one of us it was, just yelling, "Sit the fuck down, Kevin."
That was you, and I think I still have it actually in.
Is it from that 11-minute discussion?
I don't know if it's from that one necessarily. We did talk about it a couple times, to be fair.
It's because it happened a couple times, which is even more mind-boggling.
And like in a row and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, here I do have it here. I'll play it. Play the audio here for you.
Perfect.
Kevin, sit the fuck down.
Oh, good shit.
So
good
good.
shit.
So
Thanks
good.
for the content.
Yeah.
Stressed Sports Fan said one more thing as well. And my favorite TQR shirt still remains the Big D Energy shirt that Carter's wearing as well.
Get it while you can.
Yeah, said, I remember when I bought it, y'all were so supportive and awesome, and I definitely cherish it with a good laugh. So thank you very much for that. It's honestly, like, even when we put out that letter, seeing all the comments that were coming in, I straight up did cry. Like, it was emotional seeing the outpour of support and
they ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really
exactly.
fine. You just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Exactly.
Isn't that Katy Perry in that meme?
I think it is. Is it?
I'm pretty sure it is.
It might be.
Interesting.
Someone check for us and throw it in the comments.
That's 2 more times that I've thought about Katy Perry in the last half an hour than I have in probably the last year.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm just making the connection now because made it plainly obvious. JJ is Stress Sports fan. So awesome.
Oh, now we know.
Oh man. Okay. What else? What else do we have here? Taking a look. One of our friends, Miss Kaylee Sites, had a few different ones for us here. Here, let me.
Ali says it is Katy Perry in that meme. So.
Perfect. Okay, Chrome, Twitter, and share the audio because there were some good ones in here. This one in particular, where I broke Carter, I think.
Yeah, I love the edit on this one too.
Country music is just twangy pop punk. And just country music, the deadpan, like you didn't know how to react to that.
Just the slow blink, like I need a moment to process. Like
just the question about what Taylor Swift song is your favorite broke me. Me saying that country music is just twangy pop punk broke Carter.
Yeah. I always thought that I had a good poker face and I could just like kind of keep myself together, but I'm now kind of realizing over the last couple years, just from different scenarios, that I don't. Like when something like just like breaks me, I just like stare and I just like get like I don't even know how to fucking respond, like my brain just like shuts down and people are like, "You good?" Like, did I rattle you? Apparently I did. So
yeah. There's also this one where Kaylee says second is whatever this was. And to be fair, I saw this clip and I have been trying. Like it's like if you just like saw me out of context in my car doing this, you'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with him? I was trying to recreate whatever sound I made here while saying yikes. I could not for the life of me do it again.
Yeah. You were possessed for a brief moment here.
Just for a brief second. I don't even remember what the context was for this either. But knows? Just
yikes. Yeah.
Like what was that? Like
yikes. Yeah.
I've never been able to redo that.
Yeah, so. Nobody ever could, I think. That's its own special something. That's for sure.
And then the last one that she had was also the time where Nate texted me that we had finally given her a shout out on the podcast, which she said was her dream, and even directed her to the timestamp, only for it to be me saying "fuck the Pittsburgh Penguins" and anyone who's a fan of them.
Yeah. I love it. I love one of my favorite things over the last few years is like when our friends cross over into the podcast and it's just absolute chaos.
Yeah, 100%.
Like every single time.
They're throwing stuff in the chat that's like
it's like throwing us off and yeah. or like if we say something and like are talking about them and like, oh, we brought you up on the podcast, go listen. And they're like, oh no way, that's cool. Like, and then they go and listen. It's us just like roasting them and they're like, what the fuck? Yeah,
exactly. Honestly though,
that has been a lot of fun. Yeah, because it means literally nothing to anybody else. So Chris asks, was that like mid burp or something? Maybe.
No, I genuinely think that was just a sound that came out of me.
Yeah.
Like I was responding to something that you had said, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
and
who knows what it was.
Yeah.
There's 5 yikes things every time we do a podcast when it comes to the Ducks.
Yeah,
so.
like that one in particular was just because like I think if it was a burp or something like that, like something like really unintentional, then like I would have had like a reaction there or something like that, or you would have, right? But like you hear you at the end of it, just yep, and I'm just like, all right, let's move further in the conversation. So like, yeah. I feel like there was something else that I was missing. Do we have any others in the chats?
We do, yeah. Ronnie says, I started listening last summer, so my memory is newer. The Embarrassing Saga. Yeah, that was so fulfilling. We had one, and then I was like, okay, cool, embarrassing is good. And then we had the second one, and I was like, okay, if we can get 3 in a row that like we can justify calling embarrassing, and it like each episode was progressively more embarrassing for the Ducks, and I was like, this is perfect. Like we're literally not even forcing this.
Yeah,
it's so good.
And then we got a part 4.
Eventually, yeah. We tried to bring it back, and like every good movie studio does, and it's a one-off, doesn't make enough money, and then you just let it die.
I mean, we could have called this episode embarrassing part 5.
We could have, yeah,
because it's us, just constantly embarrassing.
Yeah, it was So he says the Embarrassing Saga. It was so aggressive and hilarious to start an episode with the clip from Letterkenny. Embarrassing.
Right.
I forgot we did that. Yeah,
I forgot that too.
Most times we started the episode the same way every single time. Yeah. But the times that we didn't, like, always stick out because it's just so jarring, where it's just like, oh, this is different. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I got a few written down here, but you can interject as well.
Okay. Oh, there's one more from the chat here as well.
Okay.
Andrew says, I like the part of the chat. The chat was always fun, just when we started doing live streams, there obviously wasn't much of a chat, or there would maybe be one person, and then we would get the bots that would come in and try and sell us naughty things.
Yeah, exactly.
Through their links or whatever. But slowly but surely, like the chat started to build, and we'd get more of a community, and we'd interact with those same people on Twitter and like between episodes. And it was really great. So the chat / the community for sure. So thank you for bringing that up, Andrew. That's good.
It's maybe not necessarily something that was like directly on the show, but more that was like an extension of it through social media. The amount of times that we got Kings fans just absolutely riled up was hilarious to me. When I'm just like purely like not even trolling, but just joking around. And they just like
take a joke,
went off. Yeah. And then even like
Kings fans are different.
I think it was like at the draft lottery, I remember suddenly my phone was just blowing up. And I was like, what the hell? And I took a look, and it was Kings fans going back to a comment that I had made talking about like, oh, thanks for, giving us like a push to getting Connor Bedard. There's that last Kings win over the Ducks this past season. Mm-hmm. And my phone just started blowing up with like people retweeting that and re-commenting to it and stuff like that. And I was just like, we didn't even like come to you guys on this one. Like,
like you had this, like you just had this saved. And you're like, God, I can't
like this
wait
just stuck in your head the entire time. Like
Alice,
the Ducks were literally irrelevant, and but yet we're like the Ducks are still rent free in LA Kings' mind.
Yeah, right.
Like it's hilarious.
Ali says Chad is best. Chad is just the third member of TQR.
Facts.
Oh, absolutely.
Facts.
Yeah. The third man. Yeah. It's like the 7th man or the 13th man. Football. Yeah. Ronnie says all the talk about the chat while listening brought me to their live broadcasts, which is good.
Awesome.
That's what we wanted. Yeah, because it's a blast. It's honestly
fun.
So fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ali says liked Lauren's rants too. Bad she's not on tonight. Yeah. It's unfortunate, of course. Not everyone would be able to make it, but yeah.
Okay, let's see what else I had. The moment that I realized I was deep in on the Anaheim Ducks, when they lost to Corey Schneider.
Oh yeah, that was way back when.
That's way back. That's pre-pandemic, like early season 1.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I think that was like maybe a week or 2 before the pandemic hit.
Yeah, it was February, March-ish. It was somewhere in there.
And like I just went off. That was who was Schneider? Like I don't even remember who Schneider was playing for at the time. I don't think it was New Jersey still.
Was it the Blues?
Or was it the Islanders? He was with the Islanders for
could have been the Islanders
for a moment there. But it was like it had been like literal years since he had won an NHL game and then beat the Ducks. If I'm not mistaken, he shut out the Ducks as well, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
See, like that's okay, like that's how so ingrained that moment is in my head.
That's literally like a core memory. It's like the last memory I have from before COVID.
Yeah.
It's
like me going off about Corey Schneider being the Anaheim Ducks.
Like pre-COVID, it's like my last happy memory, which sounds really depressed, but don't worry, I'm okay. I am okay. But it's like that's like the last thing I remember before the world went to shit.
Yeah.
Yes, it was the New York Islanders in 21-22. Oh no, that wouldn't be it. Okay, no. It was with New Jersey then in 1920.
Yeah.
Where he played 13 games
Schneider
and got
hadn't
3
played
wins, yeah.
Yeah. So okay, yeah. What I don't know, is there anything that's coming to mind for you, or should I just keep going off here?
Yeah, no, keep going.
Okay. Let's see what else I had. I already touched on episodes 100 and 200 of the show. The origin of BDE.
Yep.
Like one of the few episodes that was like a single person episode
where it was just me, and I was starting to go insane because I was literally just talking to myself.
And like,
the chat wasn't like super active that night. It was hot, and I was just like sweating, like almost in a fever dream in my office, just basically talking to myself. And
and like it's not the first time that I had heard that term or anything like that, but like just like the emphasis on it, that like when I was listening back to the episode, like after you had like recorded it or that, I was like, wait a second, you just said what now?
Yeah.
And then,
I was like, fuck it, let's make it a segment.
Yeah,
it's a
segment, it's a t-shirt, it's a sticker that you can still go get in our merch shop right now as well at tqrshop.myspreadshop.com. So
sticker, it's a lifestyle. It's, live with big D energy.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it duck? Is it dick? We'll never know. Because this guy is in the way. Which it's just, that's like the perfect face for it too.
Yeah, exactly.
The little duck there. That's amazing.
Is it duck? Is it dick? You'll never know. XOXO Gossip Girl.
Andrew also says one episode we talked about food and not focused on the hockey game. And,
right.
Ali says, I liked when you would do the would you rathers and hypothetical animal fights. Those were recently, but hilarious. I love that like people are like, oh yeah, just like the random bullshit that has nothing to do with hockey too. Like,
wasn't there one that we had that was like, it's like a gorilla, but you could fight with like a machete or something like that? I forget what it was.
It was something like, where would you fight like what would be like the territory that you would fight a gorilla with a machete so that you could win, or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. I don't remember. Yeah, those like the would you rathers were always fun though.
Yeah, that was good. So
and the hypothetical animal fights. Wasn't there the one that Ali? Well, I think it was you that had messaged us. There was one hypothetical fight that we talked about, and then I think it was Ali had reached out. Was like, it's maybe not a great idea, like in real life, considering that animal's an endangered species. And I was like, Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah.
I forget what it was, Ali. If you remember, let me know. What else did I have here? Again, on like the one of the few episodes that was not both of us. Having Annie O'Donnell on the show was a lot of fun.
That was a good one to listen to.
Yeah, talking with her, like I had been wanting to do something with like her on the show for quite a while, and like just the way that worked out, and like even just like how excited she was to be on was one of those things where it's like, oh, okay, like we are doing something that like, Annie, who I think like we both kind of look up to, right, is like excited to be on our show. And it's like, what the fuck? Okay, sure. Let's go. So
Chris says we love Annie.
Yes.
Yeah. And Ali did say it was the gorilla that is the endangered species.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was orangutan.
Orangutan, right.
Yeah. And then we did gorillas, and I was like, they're both endangered. Yeah.
Yeah. We also there's the one with like the chickens in the car or something like that.
Oh yeah, it was like
yeah.
There was. Would you rather fight a chicken every time you went into your car or something else?
Yeah, right. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I feel like one of us, might have been me. It was just like, I don't know. Endless chicken nuggets sounds pretty sick.
Yeah. Right. Okay. What else did I have here? Okay, I did go back through our YouTube clips as well to refresh me on a couple things. I love that we had a clip just titled "How Long Until Dallas Eakins Gets Canned." That clip came out February of 2021.
Oh no, that's like over 2 years, and like that wouldn't even been the first time either.
No,
that we talked about that. Christ. Oh, I remember we talked about that season 1. We're like,
and like that was only
been. I know we just hired him, but like, come on.
But like this is rough. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Fun fact for everybody as well. I did the math. I mean, not really math on this, but I did the comparison because I was like, wait a second, hold up. I think it's 46 months is how long Dallas Eakins was the head coach of the Anaheim Ducks. 46 months is also the amount of time that the Quack Report was a podcast.
There you go. Yep.
We are officially tied to Dallas Eakins, and should he pop up as a head coach somewhere else in the NHL, I think we need to start a show about that team.
Yeah,
just to continue to intentionally at that point bash our head into a wall, and then proceed to bash it into the next wall. So yeah.
We have Ronnie saying, all right, guys, got to work early like always. This was a great run, and I'll miss the pod on those mornings. But congrats, Nate. Good luck and Godspeed to the both of you. Yes, don't be a stranger, Ronnie. Thank you for joining us in this wonderful, wonderful community. It was always great to have you hop on in the chat or message us afterwards. So
I believe you are, but if you're not, follow us on our socials, especially on Twitter at Tate Namas for me, at Carter_Pots_97 for CP over there. So
yeah. Andrew saying we're missing Donnell tonight. Yes, we are.
Yeah, we are. Yep.
Ali says, oh, me winning 22-23 season TQR bracket challenge under some name like official Connor McDavid hater. And then says, where's my prize from that? It's in the mail, don't worry.
I forgot we even did a bracket challenge for that, honestly.
I did too, yeah. Chris says, I gotta love some Lou food takes, Ronnie. And Andrew says, and the giveaways for us. Yeah, giveaways were always good.
Yeah, we did what? Like, I think we did
a Ducks hat, did some cards. Yeah.
And we did a couple hats, actually.
I think so, yeah. Wasn't there a mini stick in there somewhere?
Yes. Yeah, it was the Team USA
right, yeah.
World Junior stick, yeah. So, which I still have the Canada one. Yeah, sitting right there too.
Oh yeah.
So,
yeah.
But shout out to my barber. Literally for those.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, right. Ali's right. It was the previous season.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't remember that we did one this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, did I even enter into our own? Like,
yeah.
I was like, I know I entered into the THPN one and entered into Audie James's, and I entered into the cool hockey one, right?
Okay.
So yeah, those are the 3 brackets that I did, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Maybe there's one other one that I did as well. So, but anyway. What else did I have here? Oh yeah, right. Just like how 2 different hype ones. The hype around the Ducks just going for Jack Eichel.
Oh
when
yeah,
he was on the
good.
market.
Yeah.
And just like thinking about that and whatever. And I know we definitely got into some bitch fights with Sabres fans over the what the return is and everything.
Oh boy, did we! Yeah.
Oh yeah. What else do I have here? Oh yeah, the other hype one was just like Zegras and his first game.
Yeah, and his first Michigan. That's the one I was thinking of for the hype.
The Michigan and the Michigan.
Oh, do you remember how? I feel like those episodes are literally just like screaming. We were just like back here yelling like the whole time.
Yeah, just like holy fuck. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like we didn't have anything else to say, but like, did you see that? Could you imagine? Like what?
Yeah,
yeah.
I just like breaking it down and everything.
That's so good. Yeah.
The amount of times just that we were pissed about Dallas Eakins as a whole.
Yeah.
And
honestly impressive.
Yeah, and the last one that I have here, and again, if anybody else has more, please throw them into the comments. And we'll hit every single one of them. Because there's definitely stuff that you guys probably remember that we definitely do not. So having done 257 now of these episodes.
Yeah.
The last one that I had was and this is one that I forgot and the clips reminded me, the THPN cupcake challenge.
I forgot when that was a thing. Oh god, that was awful.
Yeah, it was just like the idea of like taking a cupcake and just stuffing the entire thing in your mouth. And I got the entire cupcake. I just didn't get all the icing.
Yeah, we were definitely wearing some icing on that one.
Yeah,
yeah.
like, and it was like just on like the right corner of my mouth, and it just looked like I had a turd hanging there because I got like a double chocolate cupcake for it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, some of the things I remembered just kind of off the top of my head was that I guess bubble season is that what it's called?
Like the 2021 season.
Yeah, when it was just all divisional stuff. Yeah. I remember that one specifically because we every time we matched up against a different, like a new team, because we only played like the 7 other teams and the
we did a
West Division. We did an episode with the other podcasts on the network, and like we had obviously done collabs with them before, but like this, it was like super in depth, and it was like we really actually like got to know some of the people, like Sport, like Corey and Richie from the Sporty Show. Like we'd done, I think, some stuff with them before, but then we did that one, and then we were like, oh shit, we have a lot in common with these guys. And then we had Richie specifically on for like Mandalorian talk when that was coming out. And we were doing that, like, so that was really good. And of course, like all the other guys, like, you know, Griffin from the Abs podcast, the Kings guys, you know, even though they're Kings fans, they were the good kind of Kings fans.
Yeah.
So that was all.
They were the good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this. The cupcake dingleberry.
The cupcake
dingleberry. When you're talking about like having it stuck on your mouth.
I was like, is there something that I'm really forgetting right now?
No. Yeah. Just, you know, dingleberry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. No, yeah. I get it now. I guess off of like the Mandalorian talk that we had with like Nick Floor, who's in the chat earlier, and Richie as well. The Christmas episodes.
Oh yeah,
always kind of fun. So because like we did something a little bit different each time, right? Like the 1 year we did like what were like our favorite Christmas songs were and that kind of thing. And I just like grabbed like pop punk covers of everything.
Yeah.
There was this past, that was only just this past Christmas of you know, like what certain players should. Was it like ask Santa for, or oh no, their New Year's resolution. That's what it was.
Yes, because it came out kind of just after Christmas, so we did like New Year's resolution. Yeah.
So just like those Christmas episodes and what we did with those were kind of fun,
so. Those ones were good too. So
yeah.
The watch-alongs were always a blast. Like whenever we had people on, we always seemed to like hit the milestones too, like the 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 subscribers. So that was always a blast. Just the hype around that. The Battle of Alberta, when we did like that whole series, well, minus one game, and I know that it's probably not one of your favorite ones, but you know,
I do.
Winning teams removed, it was a good experience.
I do still have the compilation on my phone of me being excited about the Blake Coleman goal, and then my reaction to it getting called back, and then paired with our reaction, I guess, to the Connor McDavid overtime winner in Game 5.
Yeah,
I do still have that. So just to remind myself every now and then to be humble. So
Ali says watch-alongs were so fun. I'm glad you guys will be popping on to some of those still. Yeah, that's why, because it's so fun to do. Like the chat's always bumping for those, and it's I mean you're just sitting around watching hockey anyways, but it's like doing it with a whole bunch of, like in a room with 1,000 people. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. If I'm gonna watch hockey, why not try to get some of the money that I placed down on bets back from DraftKings?
that too. Yeah. Promo code THPN. Yeah. What's there? I think there was something else, but because I didn't write any of this down, I don't remember it at all. But yeah,
I remember like the awkwardness of the first few shows because
I'm glad that they're not up anywhere anymore. Like I was
kind of wondering if they were okay. You do have them, okay? Good.
I do, yeah. But I'm glad that they're not up because they're like, in my opinion, just like so cringy. Like we have no idea what we were doing. So I'm glad that a lot of them are gone. There's still probably some of the fewer earlier ones kicking around. Like I think if you go way back in this feed, like
the earliest
mid-season one is around. But
I think the earliest episode is like in the 50s.
Yeah, which is still season 1. It would be like January or February.
What did it
probably
then? Oh, that might have been like just getting into season 2 or something. Not sure.
No, the first one was 70 episodes, but there was a lot of off season and pandemic.
Oh yeah,
stuff
right.
Because
I did go back and like there is like the whole like, oh okay, while we're waiting for the season to start back up and whatever.
Oh yeah, that was actually what I was gonna say too. Is when we did all of the movie reviews. That was kind of our transition into like the movies and music part that we occasionally do on here.
So what do we do? What do we do for movies? We did the Mighty Ducks trilogy.
We did the Mighty Ducks trilogy. We did the 2 Goon movies.
Right, and
was that it? I know we were talking about doing Slapshot, but I don't think we did those ones.
Yeah, I think there was something else that we did.
I think so too
as well, but I can't remember offhand.
Yeah. I do remember we, as like a bonus thing, we also live streamed a best of 7 Ducks vs. Ducks series on.
Oh like, yeah, NHL. Right. Yeah. And I think it was that last game. I just checked out for a quick second and thought I was playing as your team, and I'm like, oh sweet, I'm up, and I'm like, wait a second, I'm down 2 goals. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, those aren't on the channel anymore, and I don't know if I have those.
Yeah.
I might have them saved somewhere on like a backup hard drive or something, but yeah. I mean, they're probably not that good anyways, but
maybe we need to
play NHL.
Maybe we need to talk with Dylan and do something video game related again.
Yeah, that would be good.
Do like a Battle of Alberta or something like that. So
yeah,
but or one of us is forced to play as San Jose or LA. Oh, it's okay, dude. I didn't even pick up NHL 23 this year.
Yeah, me neither. It's been on Game Pass for months, and I haven't even bothered to give it a chance at all. So yeah. Oh well.
I'm just fine playing or replaying again Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, good call.
But yeah.
Speaking of Star Wars, Kevin had a comment here. Star Wars comps to Duck Staff.
Right.
Equals Emperor.
The Emperor, yeah.
Yeah, we did a whole bunch, and I don't remember why, and I don't even remember.
That was a question posed to us, I think.
I think so, yeah. Maybe by Kevin or Ronnie.
I think it was Kevin or Ronnie, yeah. And like we went like deep dive into it, like who was who, and like went into like some of the more like side characters and that kind of thing too. And oh yeah. That was good.
There's this one here. Wow, didn't even buy NHL 23 for Zegras cover. We did a photo shoot with the to like recreate that.
Yes, you know what? Let me find it right now. We will share that masterpiece.
Also, Allie has canceled us for not picking up the Zegras cover. So
goddamn.
Yeah.
Goddamn. To be fair, I haven't bought.
So.
To be fair, I don't think I've bought a physical video game since the Master Chief Collection first came out on the Xbox One. So I think everything else I've just gotten digitally at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, where did I have it here?
Is it not our cover photo on Twitter, or did you?
No, it's not.
Okay.
Here we go. I got it here.
Nice.
I very nicely organize my my computer so that I can find things fairly easily. So
yeah.
Here we go.
Hell
there you go.
Love it. So good.
With the
look at those legs, those pasty whites.
Right. Man, should have photoshopped a tan onto my legs. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I remember that
like, day while you were down there. Photoshop. Actually, no, I'm not going to finish that. Even though it's the last episode, we should just leave it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. Hoochie Daddy shorts.
Oh man. Oh yeah, there's a couple here from Andrew that we missed by accident here. Nate getting his new chair because he broke his chair. I didn't break it. I just needed to replace it. So it was just kind of done.
Oh sure.
So
yeah.
I just need something better. This was
it's okay. It's okay. We've all had one too many Big Macs in our life. It's okay.
Okay. Last night, sorry, it's very sidetrack. But what else is new with me? Had Big Mac tacos last night.
Oh, sounds like a game changer.
So it's basically just like you kind of do like a smash burger, I guess, in like a tortilla, and then just like you make like a Big Mac sauce, do like some shredded lettuce and onions, but you just fold it up like a taco. That kind of thing. So it was very good. Very good.
Allie says, have you guys ever seen a palm tree in real life? I have been to California one time, so yes.
I have been to Anaheim on a few occasions for Disneyland and that kind of thing. So yes, I have seen a palm tree in real life.
Yes, it hasn't been often, but yes. I guess also Mexico, Hawaii. I haven't been to Hawaii, but they have palm trees in Mexico. I would assume so.
I'd assume so as well. I think. Yeah.
It's not the first place I think of when I think of palm tree, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, what else here? Chris saying Alberta needs more sun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's either it's like next week is like plus 36 here in like Celsius, which oh my god. Yeah, here's another memory for you. The amount of times that we had to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit.
Yeah, right. When we're like, oh god, can you believe the weather? It's like minus 40, and then we're like, oh wait, American context. What's minus 40 for context?
Yeah. So yeah, 36 Celsius is 97 Fahrenheit. So which is pretty hot for here.
Yeah.
So
I think it's pretty hot for anywhere, honestly.
Yeah, and so it's like that for about 2 months here, and then it dips down to a lot lower than that. Let's put it that way. So
Ali says yes, there are palm trees in Mexico. Nice. Chris says, forgive us, Americans.
We try. We try.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's all I kind of had, but that was a nice trip. That was real good.
If anybody has any last memories, shoot them in the chat really quick. But other than that, Carter, do you want to give us the final BDE of the series?
Oh yes, absolutely. So,
oh dear God, what do we have here? I don't even know what we were going for.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I actually 100% know already.
Oh yeah, you know
where we're going with this, and I got a good story for you after about it.
Okay, perfect. So for those that are just listening, just to set up the context, this is game 2 of Florida and Carolina. We are currently 1 minute and 41 seconds into the first overtime. So have a little listen here once I find my mouse. There we go.
Play in overtime for the Florida Panthers. And remember, Carolina with their success short-handed. It's in front. Scores! It is over. And it is Matthew Tkachuk.
Oh, never mind. This is not the one I was thinking
of. Let's go home. Matthew Tkachuk in back-to-back games has won in overtime.
Oof. Just... He did it once. Okay, yeah, we expect that. It's quadruple overtime. You score the game-winning goal. You're Matthew Tkachuk. You're doing the walk-off. You're like, hey, let's go home, just to send a message like, let's hit the dressing room. Let's go, boys. We're out of here. But also, you played 2 1/3 games. Like, fuck yeah. I'd be like, get me the hell off the ice before my legs can't physically move me anymore.
Yeah.
So,
well, in that one, weren't they at past midnight or something like that? In the
first one?
No, in that game in particular. That's why he's let's get the fuck out of here.
Well, game 1 was quadruple overtime, and then game 2, a couple days later, they went to overtime again. So they were on essentially they're going into their 4th game of the series, but it was game 2. But it's just the fact that he did that in game 1, and then in game 2 scored another overtime winner and was like, let's get out of here, let's go, and just goes off the ice. And then that shot of him running down the tunnel, just fist bumping the suits that are in there, and he's like, fuck yeah, let's go, this is great. And then just on top of that as well, he then scored in the last 3 seconds of game 4.
That's where
with the go-ahead goal to complete the sweep. I could have picked any number of those, but the walk-off specifically, the back-to-back walk-off, really got me. So I was like, yes, I don't like Matthew Tkachuk because Edmonton fan, he used to play for Calgary. But honestly, now that he's in Florida, I'm like, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, Matthew Tkachuk.
I will shave Tkachuk into my chest hair. Let's go.
Can we get that on film, please? Can that be the last thing that goes on TQR socials?
Maybe. If Tkachuk wins a cup, ever, I will do that.
I do like this comment from Kevin. That is big dick energy, as he is indeed not an Anaheim Duck.
yeah. It can't be big duck energy, and he is a big dick, so like there is that.
But that's like the big dick, like, you know, locker room type thing where you're just okay, yep, I get it, sweet, thank you.
Yeah. So
a little bit of humbling there.
So one for the quadruple overtime game winner walk-off. That in itself is a big energy move. The second overtime winner walk-off in Carolina's barn, a big energy move. And then your third game winner of a 4-game series in the last 3 seconds of a tied game is a big energy move. Just say what you want about Matt Tkachuk. That is a fucking statement right there. That is laying your balls on center ice. Like that is just like that's good. That's so good. I could not think of a better. Like, I know it's not Anaheim Ducks related, unfortunately, but like I could not think of a better BDE to end off the podcast. Like that's so good.
That is a damn good one. I am very happy that it's Matthew Tkachuk that is sending us out.
It's just unfortunate that he's in the wrong colored red and white. Yellow legal jersey. Yeah.
Okay, so I thought that was the game 4 clip.
Yeah.
And like I remember watching that game with my, I guess at the time, girlfriend, now fiance. And because Florida's on the power play there in that last 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a point Barkov got it on it would have been Anderson's left, I guess, along the boards. Just like midway up the boards there. And like Barkov gets it, and you could see on the screen like Matthew Tkachuk just coming into frame, coming around the net. And like right then, like I said it out loud, she will confirm it, that I went, watch right here.
Mm-hmm.
And Barkov turned, fed it to Tkachuk, comes around and puts it in. Like, that just shows you how much Matthew Tkachuk I had been watching over the last few years in Calgary and whatnot, right? But like, just to see, like, he doesn't even have the puck, but he's about to score here. Like, just this, like,
you can see the play develop,
and you're just like, it's happening right now. Just watch it. And then, 3 seconds later, you know, Florida wins it. So
it's like the feeling of when you're sitting at a red light and then you're just like 3, 2, 1, and then you like point and it changes green, and you're like, fuck yeah, and you just like you pedal to the floor, and then it's just like and your mom car slowly speeds up. That's that feeling. But you're just like, fuck yeah, I'm on top of the world, and everyone else around you is just like, cool, man, whatever.
Exactly.
But no, I get that. That's it's good.
Okay,
we have to end after these last few comments. One, because it's almost 11 o'clock where we are, and it's very late.
We'll give our last thank yous after these comments there.
I just don't know where to go from here. But Allie says, clip that. And then she says, shave Tkachuk into your chest hair and cut a mullet for a big send-off, which is maximum chaos. I love it. And then if you want maximum chaos, Kevin says, Nate, can you spread Tkachuk with Miracle Whip on your chest?
Like,
subscribe to his OnlyFans at Tate Namas, and you'll get that.
Am I like writing the word, like the name Tkachuk in Miracle Whip on my chest, or am I spreading Matthew Tkachuk like with Miracle Whip, but like Matthew Tkachuk is on my chest? Like,
I think
there is a couple ways that this could be interpreted here by the way it's worded.
Find out on Nate's OnlyFans at Tate Namas, promo code THPN for exclusive discounts. The real plug all along. Build a community, make an OnlyFans, spread Miracle Whip on your chest. Profit.
No, it's going to be a THPN watch party.
There you go. After hours.
Yeah, exactly. Kevin just says yes to both.
Andrew said he can save his body from the goal, and at the end of the game, he's in the big fight.
Yeah.
The fact that it's not even a Ducks player's name. No, Matthew Tkachuk's Miracle Whip in brackets. Ooh, we just got that PG-13 rating for suggested themes. Oh, or sorry, what do they call it in the States? Do they have No, they don't have PG-13.
It's PG and then just. Oh no, it is PG, PG-13, and then R. In Canada,
yes, we have 14A. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, in Canada, it's PG, 14A, then R.
Yeah.
Which and like R is hard to get in Canada because it's just usually 14A, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Normally, yeah.
There where did it go? Sorry, just with the Kachuk comment. There was one comment from a show on the network as well. The Centennial podcast that I wanted to find here.
The other Kachuk.
Yeah. So they had said, whatever comes next, guys, keep on quacking. And I replied with, and you guys keep on sensing. I don't know, whatever Brady Kachuk does, keep on doing that.
Keep on crushing Budweiser at your brother's playoff games.
And that's said, what he does. Okay, I got one more story for you after. Sorry, I think I've told it on the podcast, but it is still a good one to wrap up with. They said we'll definitely keep on Kachucking. There you go.
Nice. Yeah.
So okay, I don't know if you remember, not this past playoffs, but the series like before, when Calgary beat Dallas in the first round, right? Remember there was that video going around of like Brady Kachuk with a kid on his shoulders.
Yeah.
After that game, right?
Is that his kid?
No. So
Matt's kid.
No, there's a connection here.
Long lost brother. Sorry, you can tell the story. I'm done.
So, like, I remember seeing that video, but not really taking a look at the kid necessarily. And then I was just going through Instagram stories, and
it's Johnny Gaudreau.
No,
sorry, I'm done now.
That's actually pretty funny. It reminds me of like Giroux picking up Johnny Gaudreau at the All-Star game.
Yeah,
like in 2016, I think. Anyway, though, like I'm going through my Instagram stories, and my aunt had a comment, like it shared it or whatever, and then like had a bit of a story, and then I realized, like reading this, shit, that was my little cousin.
Nice.
Like I said, like I wasn't really paying attention just to the kid necessarily, but yeah, that was my little cousin, and apparently like Brady had turned or whatever and was like, if the Flames win, like you're coming on my shoulders, kid, and whatever. And so then like when that Gaudreau goal had happened, apparently my little cousin like tapped him on the shoulder and was like, are we doing this? Or something like that. So that's how you got that. So,
that's sick. That's so good.
But yeah. So
yeah.
Okay. What else do we have here? No, Matthew Kachuk's. Oh wait, we got that one already. This is the one here. Yeah, you guys are much past PG-13 in America because PG-13 is only allowed one F word, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah.
Yes, you are correct, and fuck that. All right. Carter, do you have any I guess last words, that sort of thing? I'll probably drag it out a little bit more, but
fair enough. I just gotta say see ya, and don't eat the yellow snow. All right. I'm just joking. Can you imagine? Don't eat the yellow snow, just signs off.
See you later. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
I'm gonna give like a extended Oscars thank you type thing.
Good. I'll start playing the music once I think you've gone on to it.
To Dylan and Isha, thank you for trusting two dipshits in Southern Alberta to cover a Southern California hockey team. Let alone like not even just one season, but like for 4 years. And just like even giving us a shot. Like I know we've talked about it before, but we were 2 episodes into a different show at the time, and like that was the only podcast experience that we had. And they were like, hey, these guys sound decent enough, here, you guys want to do this, and it turned into what we have today. So we really wouldn't have had this chance without them, so thank you guys very much.
Not only that, but also like pushing us during COVID when things shut down. We were like, fuck, what do we do? And they were like, just keep putting out content, like whatever you want, whatever you can, how often
and that, like,
you can, like take your time to do it. And
the pandemic was like when we really started to find people, I think,
and see that growth. So if not for them to like push us and be like, here, try this, do this. This is what we're gonna like give you. These are the tips we have. Like, this is what other people are doing. This is what we found works. And like just giving us like the tools to do that and the motivation. It was like, if not for them, like if like so many other people probably were like this, where they were like, fuck it, like it's the pandemic, there's bigger shit going on than podcasts. Like, let's not worry about it. And then So for us to have that push and that motivation and that support too was just like,
and
huge
it gave us something to do as well and everything like that. So
I would say it kept me on a routine, but fuck no, it didn't. Yeah,
we were still until 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And we said this jokingly throughout, but not firing us as well. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah.
And I think we kind of said this, I guess, when Neil was on earlier, but to the rest of THPN as well for just the all around support and fun times, whether it was watch parties, you guys coming on to our show, us coming on to your show, the fantasy leagues and
fantasy leagues, like Twitter beef in quotes, because
exactly,
never Twitter beef, is always just joking around or whatever.
All the fun times and everything like that. So it was great to be a part of, especially like from the very start of a group that has grown and supported each other and that sort of thing. So to the rest of THPN, like, thank you guys very much for everything you guys do. And to anyone who has joined us on the show as a guest, whether you were part of like episodes 100, 200 as listeners, whether it was people from other shows or that sort of thing, just giving us your time as well to come on and answer our really stupid fucking questions and stuff like that. So just the chance, just you giving us the chance, I guess, it's very much appreciated. I want to thank our better halves as well for putting up with this, us watching an additional 82 games compared to just us watching Calgary or Edmonton, and just this entire ride in general, working their schedules around us doing the show and everything like that too, right? Like, I know
and letting us use their spaces too, like back when we did it in my living room, and like you and your partner share an office, so like she can't use the office when you're doing this for however long, like or back when I was in my office, like, and we shared one, and now I thankfully have my own space, because she was like, you just need your own space. But the time and the actual physical space that they had to give up is a big deal. So,
and even like over Christmas, we were still trying to put out stuff, and like for a first little bit there, like we're like taking stuff with us to record at like their parents' place or whatever, like just like, I guess, like extended to the rest of our families as well, for understanding that, like, maybe not 100% understanding, but the like working in hockey is a little bit of an odd business in terms of time. It's not your traditional time or anything like that, right? So very grateful for those people. And I don't know, I think the last people that I want to thank is just everybody in the chat today, everybody who's listening to us, everybody who's watching this on playback, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook, whatever. If you have commented, if you on a post, if you've retweeted something, if you've bought our merch, if you've told us we fucking suck, like, whatever, just this,
even just like listen to an episode and like never interacted, like reached out or whatever, like even just listening, it's just like, damn, that's it's cool to know that like people are just out there enjoying what we have to say.
And it's not even like, it's like things like this kind of start with like maybe just your friends listening or that kind of thing, and then it's okay, maybe a couple other fans of the team start listening and that sort of thing, and like it still blows my mind that we've had people like on the opposite side of the world like reach out to us and say like, hey, like we're like fans of the show and that kind of thing. And and there's something I've intentionally done is not really call our viewers fans or that kind of thing. I've done that intentionally because like I don't want it to be like, oh, we're like above, like we're all kind of in the same spot in my opinion here, right? Like we're all just fans of this team and that sort of thing, and it's just like a way for us to communicate and talk about, this team that we love and we want to put our heads to the wall about sometimes and stuff like that. And like just the community that we built and like being able to recognize names in the chat or recognize names on Twitter or that kind of thing, right? Like making friendships out of it and stuff like that. Like this show does not happen without you people who decided that you wanted to listen to the two of us talk about this, right? Like I never would have in a million years thought that anybody would have wanted to listen to me talk about the Anaheim Ducks, right? Like it's
it's like the whole like if a tree falls in the forest thing is no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound? It's like if two white guys sit in front of microphones and talk about hockey and no one listens to it, like is it even a podcast? Like the answer is no. Like it's there's got to be people that to like give you the feedback, like the chat. Like that's what makes the live episode like so good and like why we that was kind of like our main focus like once we started doing the live episodes, because just doing the regular ones you don't get that feedback. Like you might get the odd comment, but getting it in real time is just like amazing. And we can make a comment and someone else brings in a point. It's like, oh fuck, I never thought about that. Like that's a fantastic point, and you get like that back and forth going. It's just phenomenal. And that's what's great about this community is just how great everybody in the chat is. So
everybody's just friendly, welcoming, and I like to think that we had something to do with that at least.
The best part honestly about the chat for me is when like somebody joins the chat and then somebody else says, oh hey, like to the other person in the chat, and there's just like a little how's it going, they're like, oh my day's good, this happened at work, this is what I'm having for dinner, like, and it's like it has nothing to do with what we're talking about, so we don't bring it up, but like we still see it, and I'm like, fuck, that's so cool. It's like a little side conversation when you get a whole bunch of people into a room. Like like at birthday parties back when we were 10 years old, you invite all your friends over and like you look over and you see your two best friends talking, you're like, fuck yeah, they hit it off. Then you find out later they're talking shit about you, but you're still just like, damn, that's so cool.
Also known as you and Adam.
Exactly.
But like this show does not happen without you guys. Like it could have easily been it's the season and that's kind of it, right? But because of you guys, we got to keep doing this show. We got to do watch parties. We got to be asked to do more of them, both by the network and by you guys,
and actually enjoy them too.
Based off of like what like you guys even just tuning in kind of thing helped us pay for like last year we went to 2 games for free basically. Like we weren't really paying anything out of pocket necessarily, which was like I literally got to say I was going to a game for work. I was going to an NHL game for work, essentially, which was really fucking cool to say and stuff like that, right? Like, we got to do that Ducks and Flames game last season. We also got to watch the Wranglers and Gulls, right? So we kind of got to see like the minor and national level, and like it's like even you guys like buying the stupid merch that I'm designing and stuff like that, like knowing that there's more people than just myself or Carter wearing this stuff, it's still kind of mind-blowing to me. And just again, like the fact that anybody even wants to like intentionally goes out of their way, I guess, to like being a little bit more personal on it, to once is intentionally going out of their way to listen to what I have to say. So is just still mind-boggling to me. And the support on this show and being able to do this show this long has gotten me like other jobs in hockey and stuff like that, and has given me a bunch of opportunities that I don't think I can ever repay anybody else for. So thank you all so fucking much. I'm trying not to cry right now. But this show and this community means more than you will ever know, and it does not happen again without you guys. So thank you so much for tuning in. So
God damn it, stop it.
I'm trying. Sorry. I'm a sentimental bitch.
Chris saying, love you guys, all love from me and the rest of the Late Arrivals pod. I think I brought that one up earlier, but didn't read it. Kevin, love you guys. Thanks for teaching me about hockey and creating my love for the sport. Yeah, that's another fantastic thing about this show is just like giving people the ability to, I guess, like jump into hockey and like learn more about it. Like,
Kevin, you're gonna make me fucking cry again just with that one comment.
Yeah, like... that's damn, giving me the spine tinglies. Ali, thanks for always laughing at my comments and explaining so much about fantasy draft and sports betting. Thank you for being funny and giving us funny comments. Most times I was like, man, damn, Ali's like the funniest out of everybody. Out of the three of us, like her comments were just like, it's like, damn, I wish I thought of that. Like, Andrew, you make us so much happier to be part of this channel. Thank you, Andrew. That means a lot. It was always great having you along in the watch alongs, just, generating conversation and generating community and saying hi to everybody, that whether it's us or other people on the network or everybody that jumps into the chat. So Ali's clipping that. Yeah, zoom in on them tears. Get them.
Oh, I don't even know if I put my glasses back on, but my eyes look very like cartoonishly tiny without them.
Yeah, they do. They really do. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything else to add to what you say. I think it was all very well said. It's good stuff.
Is there anybody, I guess, that I'm missing to say thanks to?
I will just say thanks to you for, doing this show for 4 years as a co-host. So, I mean, we were friends before, obviously, and but like,
four of 10 years of being friends doing this show, and
about
a team that at first we were like, they want us to cover these guys. Okay, sure.
Who? Oh, those guys down there. Okay, I guess. Yeah. So no, it was great. It was fun the whole time. So
thank you for taking the leap with me, and you for sticking around for 4 years. I know there was definitely hard times, like whether just even just covering this team or just whatever. So
just in general,
so
I don't know. Do we kiss now, or
I think this is the time? But
that's where you just like open your door and leave and come around to mine. Like, they were in the same house the whole time. What?
Yeah, exactly. I think just again, thank you guys very much. I think we end the show with just Ali's last question here. Just what's next for you guys? So Carter, what do you got going on?
It's a great question, but just this is gonna sound like super lame and like not a whole really an answer, but just like I don't know, just living life. I'm mid-20s, work, travel, like save money for a house and kids and all that stuff. Go to hockey games.
Yeah, just eventually hockey, we will try to make it down still at some point. I'm sure to go see.
Oh hell yeah. Oh, definitely.
I still want to go back to Disneyland.
Oh, so. Well, yeah. I mean, like, what's there not to like about Anaheim, honestly?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, yeah, like, I'd love to say, like, okay, this is my next big project. Here's, like, the official drop. But, like, there isn't that. It's just, moving on. It's run its course. I'm good with, everything. Like, happy with the whole podcast, start to finish. But it's just, it's just time. So we're just, honestly, just kind of moving on. And
like when we said in that initial letter that this wasn't easy, this was not an easy choice for us. So like this, it was some contemplating and like trying to figure out like ways to make it work and that kind of thing. So
but yeah, what about you?
I mean, if you're around the southern Alberta area, you can still catch me doing hockey stuff with the Coaldale Copperheads. Re-signed with them as their announcer for this coming season, which I'm really excited about. Still get to watch a team wearing Ducks colors.
That's
right. I get paid for it still, so I'll take that. I don't know. I'm finishing up second degree. I guess I'll be done in December, and then just full-time work at that point. I'm honestly excited to like start working full-time, which I know everybody else that's like older is like, oh, you'll kind of regret that. I know I did it to myself going back for a second one. I'm done with school though. I'm so done. Like like during the summers when I'm working, it's like a steady routine for me, and I kind of know what's going on and whatnot. So I'm kind of looking forward to it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, honestly,
So,
every time I have like a tough day at work, like just talking to you or like my girlfriend, or because she's going back to school, or like just anybody who's like still in school or was recently, and they're like, I'm just like, oh, it. I'm glad I'm not in. Like, I don't care how bad my day at work was. Like, I'm glad I'm not going back to that because, like, fuck, I know that feeling so hard. Like, and that's probably gonna stick with me forever. I'm just like, damn, like,
just not. I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still doing like a summer class right now, even, and I'm just like, oh, screw this.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot you were doing one still.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So, Ali, thanks for the reminder, Ali, getting married. Yeah. That won't be happening, I guess, until Dostal's upcoming contract is done.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah. I was gonna think about that. I'm like, oh, that's a way to everything. Like, I relate time to hockey a lot of the time, weirdly.
Yeah.
So.
It's like, oh, my girlfriend and I started dating back when this team won the cup, and we're gonna get married when Dostal's contract is up. And
exactly.
Well, we'll probably aim to adopt a dog when Terry resigns and like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we got together. That had been like a few weeks after Alexander Ovechkin won his first ever Stanley Cup.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
See, you just know. Exactly. You just know. Yeah.
So, yeah, what did I say? Hockey, finish up school, marriage is on the way. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still gonna try to stick around in the podcast thing. Like I said, like neither of us are leaving THPN for good or anything like that. We'll still be kicking around and whatnot.
Cameoing will be like the Stan Lee of RIP, but the Stan Lee of the network. Yeah,
exactly. So yeah, you'll still see me popping around every now and then, that kind of thing. And yeah, definitely follow me on Twitter, especially at Tatenamus, if you want to still kind of keep up with what I'm doing and keep talking and hanging out. So I'm always responding in the comments and that kind of thing. So
people can also follow you on Threads, if I'm understanding that correctly.
Yes,
in case Twitter fails to exist.
Yeah, I did set up Threads just in case. So yeah. So yeah, fuck. I feel like I'm like subconsciously almost just trying to drag this out so it doesn't end.
Yeah, right. I mean, I think 3 hours has been drug on.
My stomach is rumbling a little bit. I haven't had supper yet. So
what the hell? Just go to bed. You can't have supper now. It's 11 o'clock.
My lunch break was at 11:30.
Jesus. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna start playing the music because I don't know how else you go from here. But thank you guys very much for tuning in to this episode and any of the other ones. It's been fantastic. So again, thank you very much for listening, and go Ducks go. God, that was like the saddest "Go Ducks Go" I think I've ever said.
Yeah, right. It's just, yeah, you're right. You're just like at the end, you're just like, where do you go from there? And yada yada.
So. Yeah, and then I was like, I got to end it off with it like a "Go Ducks Go," And then I was like, "Go Ducks Go," and then I was like, that was so depressed. So.
Thanks everybody. We love you guys.